Okay, is that better? I'm so sorry. Jill, yes, the idea was that he was going to come on, and at the beginning of the week, that was the idea, but he has something that he really needs to take care of tonight, so he won't be coming. But I do have a special guest who will be joining me shortly when they're ready. So I'm not supposed to. Hey Margaret, how are you? Hi Sonia. Hi Evelyn. So just bear with me. Can you just tell me if you can please, if you can hear me properly? Sometimes the music in the background it makes me sound muffled. So just let me know if I'm sounding muffled. And if I am, I will turn the music off in the background. I had myself muted. Loud and clear? Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jill. I needed to hear that. So don't forget to go through and there are a number of you in the background there. So please go through and love or like the live. Hello, Andrew. How are you? All right. Let me see. Let me just go through these. Evelyn, chance of having a wonderful day. I have had a good day, Evelyn. Thank you. I'm shared out and can't stay Wi-Fi playing up. Oh, that's okay, Margaret. How are things going for you, Margaret? If you're still here, let me know how things are going. I can hear you. That's good. Yes, loud and clear. Andrew, I can hear you just fine. Kathy McNeil. Thank you so much for sharing me publicly, Kathy. That does help. Just keep going, guys, with the love hearts on the live, and also make sure that you like the live as well. Hi, Sammy. How are you? No music playing though. It's Tibetan singing bowl, so you may hear it when I'm not speaking. Can you hear it? Yeah. Okay. All right. You hear it now. That's good. Hi, Kirsty. How you doing? Just waiting for some people to come in, and then we will get started. Can I donate now? So yes, absolutely. Hey, I haven't pinned my comment yet, so just hang 2 seconds for an in-depth reading. Please donate to my anti-child trafficking fund at PayPal me/Caroline Thomas 2. And I'll pin that as well when it comes up on my second device, and make sure that it is pinned. Just let me know if that's pinned there, and you can follow that link. As you all know, the funds go directly to my anti-child trafficking fund, and my guest will be arriving when they are ready. But it's not Locky. All right, it's somebody else. Locky was supposed to come on, but he has other things that he needs to attend to. Thank you, Sonia. And Sonia, no, maybe I better not. Maybe I better just message you. Hang 2 seconds, Sonia. Okay, I sent you a message, Sonia. Oh, a surprise guest. Yes, Kirsty, and you know them. Not giving anything away, but you know them. How is everybody? I'll put your name up first, Ange. There, I could use some confirmation. Jenny, if you have a short question, I can answer it for you. Otherwise, we do the in-depth readings first. Excellent. All right, Sonia, I got that. I might have to mute one of these sites. I did mute it, but it's still coming through as that. All right. I'm guessing, Ange, that came from you. Okay, can I only donate on the 3 like I did this month? I'm not quite sure what that means, Evelyn. Earth Angels real. You have to expand on that for me. Okay, so I got 2 donations. One was from, where are we? Because you're worthy, cosmetics, but it doesn't say who it's from. So who is that? Is that you, Jill? If it is who I think it is. Well, you never know, Kirsty. You never know. Jill and I. Okay, all right. Okay, so it was Jill and you. All right, done. All right, so I've got you both in first. The 3rd of the month. I guess so, Evelyn. I've got the 3rd of the month is actually, that's, where are we? Oh, so you've still got another week or so to go. But yes, I guess you can. You just need to remind me that that's what it's for. That's when it's coming through. And I will put you on the queue, Evelyn. And can you just private message me and let me know how much you'll be sending through for me, please? Yes, that's it. That's it, Jill. That kind of came out the wrong way. Okay. All right. I'll put you down there as well, Evelyn, to donate on the 3rd of the 4th. I'm guessing it's the 3rd of the 4th that you're going to be putting it through. I just have to, on the 3rd. So that's the 3rd, like I did this month. Donate on the 3rd. Okay. 3rd of the 4th. All right. Okay, all right. I've added you to the list, Evelyn. And please be aware, people, I only do this for those who have donated before and have not let me down with their payment. So, yeah, it's not, I don't do that very often at all. There's only Evelyn and one other person I have done that for. Hi, Kelzang. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. Let me see. Keep going, people. Just please make sure that you share, and if you haven't liked my page, please go through and like my page, or even subscribe to YouTube before you ask any questions. Now, Jenny Hendricks, you were asking a question about, is Earth Angels real? First of all, you need to tell me what your concept of Earth Angels is. Have you ever met an Earth Angel or believe they are the same as light workers? New to all of these definitions. Which is why I asked you what your interpretation of an Earth Angel is. I know a few Earth Angels, and they are definitely light workers. Some of them don't even know that they're light workers. They're just here doing what they believe is the right thing to do for this earth, for the people that live on it, and they don't even realize that they're light workers. If something resonates with them in a spiritual world, they take it on board and they use it to help people out. So yes, I do have a few Earth Angels that I know. Okay, Evelyn. Most definitely. What about yourself, Jenny? Jenny, should I say? Locky has a few things to take care of tonight, Mila, so I have another guest coming on that is going to help me out tonight. I felt like doing not alone tonight. So I've got a guest coming and they will be arriving shortly when they're ready. Locky had a few things that he needed to take care of tonight, so he will be back, just not tonight. 4:44 a.m. in the US, Ohio. And it's 7:44 here, Jill. 4:44 a.m. Oh my God, woman. That's way too early. You should not be awake. Angelita Domingos, what time is it where you are? Oh, you'll have to wait and find out, Mila. When someone dies, did they really just ascend? Again, you're going to have to expand on that, Jen. There are lots of questions that you're asking here. Sometimes it would, it would benefit you if you could put through a donation, because you do have a few questions, unless that's got to do with your Earth Angels. I'm not quite sure. 4:45, getting ready. Oh, okay, you're getting ready for work. Oh, okay, yes, I keep forgetting what day it is. So just give me a minute, people, while I go in and get this person from the back office. She's coming. Whoops. Hang on. Wait a minute. There we go. Here she is. The beautiful
Hola.
Sandra.
Hola, chicas and chicos.
Hola. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on in here? Catch me up.
Not much. We're just catching up with the people that are in the audience, because they were expecting Locky to come on, and I told them that you were a mystery guest.
Oh, how exciting!
Yes, I just love it. I mean, I love working with you, and there are a few people that I kind of said to them, that it's possibly somebody that you know. So there you go. There's Sonia, who says she knows you, and Kirsty. You know Kirsty?
Yeah, it's been a little while, you guys. Hi. I have been off traveling and venturing the world and gathering stories, and here I am. Ta-da!
You beautiful woman.
Fresh out of the pool with soaking wet hair. And Caroline was like, do you want to get on the live? I'm like, soaking wet, freezing cold. I was like, sure, why not? But
you intrigued me with that.
You said something in the messenger where you said somebody was going to learn something new, which I thought was very different.
Yeah, I couldn't. I wish I could elaborate on it. That's all I was told. We're gonna see or learn something new tonight. Don't know. Don't know.
We or you?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I think that we should be open to possibilities. And
Yes.
the word for this week, I've seen it constantly reoccurring, is flexibility. And I think that's
Oh, yes.
for everyone. We
Yes.
all need to be flexible and go with the flow.
Absolutely.
Am I
Yes.
doing it right? No, I'm not
Yeah,
doing it.
yes, going with the flow is a good thing. And some people find it, going with the flow is a good way to be, but also going with the flow, you still can make sure that your boundaries are in place and that you're doing the right thing for yourself. It just means not heading off in a direction that you're not meant to be going in.
So you're saying if there's a cliff in front of me, I shouldn't necessarily jump off of it? Is that what you're saying, Caroline?
Exactly. Yeah, just move backwards, because that's not really going with the flow.
Move with the flow off the cliff. Ah! Let's not do that. Let's not.
No, let's not. No. Hi, Sammy. How are you? If you are new to my page, please go through and like or follow my page, please, and also like the live at the top here. We've got 8 likes at the top, so please pop your like in if you are still here. Sounds a bit like Thelma
If we're
and
still
Louise.
here, it just started. If you're still here after 5 minutes, can you? No. When did you get on, Caroline? How long ago? A long time ago?
About 20 minutes.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I eat an orange while we?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Thank you.
Now, okay, already liked both. Okay, already liked both. Oh, I see the live, and yeah. So sometimes I'm not in that zone. So yeah, you just have to sometimes explain to me what you're talking about. And there's Mila saying, "Sandra D, yay, yay, yay!"
Ah! Hi, guys. Happy
Caroline,
to see you guys. I hope you're all doing well. Sending you big hugs of energy. I hope you feel it. Lots of love.
I got it, Eliza. I have got your donation. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 donations going through at the moment. So yeah. So when we're ready to start, we can. Now, but I have to ask, Jenny Hendricks, was it suicide or was it truly accident, my friend? I don't know which friend you're talking about, Jenny. Maybe that can come through if you possibly sent through a donation. That is not something that it happens to a lot of people. And when you say your friend, I'm not quite sure who it is that you're talking about. I just get my guides; they're just nodding their head, saying no. So I'm possibly thinking it's not suicide, that it was an accident. And even if it was suicide, I'm being told that the direction couldn't be changed once it had happened. So yes, it just depends again on what you mean by suicide or a true accident. But they're just shaking their head, saying, no to the suicide. So hopefully that helps you. Centered it. Okay, I've got yours, Eliza. Hello, your cheerful voice, Sandra. Look at that. See, people remember you.
Hard to forget. I'm a real
There you
problem
are.
child.
You're not a problem child at all. Go with the flow.
Well,
Yeah,
if there's a problem with me, you should probably talk to my teacher.
Very funny.
Should probably talk to my teacher. If you have any complaints, see the teacher. Okay.
Oh, gee, thanks. Yeah. And here I was, when I was a kid, I was always saying to my teacher, I was always asking them the questions, and they were just saying, Caroline, you've got your hand up. We're not even going to ask you anymore because we know that there's another question. You're supposed to be answering the questions, not asking and giving a question when we ask you a question. always happened to me. Always, always.
Well, you guys should stay tuned because I have a feeling that as we approach the fall, Miss Caroline may start doing classes again.
I may? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know about that. Are you going to be involved in that, are you, Sandra? The fall.
As a
That's
TA?
winter. That's winter for us.
I guess.
Angela,
Yeah.
Angelita says, hello, Sandra.
Oh, hey, girl. The original, one of the original OGs from our class.
Yes, she is. Eliza, what's the best way to send you a review? I couldn't figure out how to do it and meant for ages. Eliza, there's a tab on my page. Are you on your phone at the moment? You just go into my page and there's a tab that says more. No, it's not under more. Go into my page if you're on your phone, and I want you to just scroll down just a little bit until where it says details. Isn't it fall? Fall is autumn. Yes, of course it is. That's not winter. That's very good, Kirsty. Good pickup, woman. Good pickup. So now there's a button there or a star that says rating.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow you to see if people are seeing what you're saying. So I'm on Caroline's Energy Healing and Tarot Card Readings. And tell me where we go from there.
You just scroll down a little bit.
To where?
Just a little bit past the...
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So it's going to say details.
Yes,
if you see her page, it'll say message. Scroll down, it'll say details. Below the details section, it'll say page. The next line will say Caroline Thomas, her email. The next line will say her YouTube, which you should be joined, liking, and subscribing. And then the next line is the rating. And then I believe if you click on the rating, I will show you what you get.
Yes, click on the rating, and then you can put in your review.
Learn more about ratings. Okay, yes. So I'm going to show you guys. When you click on ratings, this will come up and you'll see other feedback. And at that point, how do you review someone?
What I'm looking for.
Because this gets a little tricky.
How are ratings calculated?
It's like...
okay, Jill, if you can't do it that way, what you can do is send me in Messenger. Send it to me through Messenger, and I will put it on the page.
Yeah.
Because usually if you're on your laptop, if you're on a desktop or a laptop, it comes up under the more button. But
you can
on my phone,
you can send a testimonial or a review to Caroline, and then she can post it on her page.
Yeah.
If you can't figure it out, like me.
Yes, but that's where I was sending people, and it just says, how the rating's calculated, but it doesn't even let you do a review on there. So
I know. I don't know.
About.
I can't figure it out. If anybody else can figure it out, please share. Please share.
That's weird. Anyway, I like it when you put it on the page, you don't have to go searching for them. Yes, absolutely, Sonia. I agree. And some people don't like scrolling too far back, which is why it's a good idea to have a ratings file. But we do get people that do scam the rating files. So it's really hard to figure out whether or not a page like mine needs to keep them, or whether we post them to the page, because you guys can't post to my page, but you can send it to me in Messenger. So just letting you know, you click yes and it opens. Oh, there you go. There you go. Eliza says you click yes and it opens up the box to write something. Now, maybe, Sandra, it's because you've already put one in that it won't let you do it.
So what they asked Sonia is, it'll say, would you recommend Caroline's Energy? And then you can say yes, and then you could put it in. But I don't know how do you get to that where you can see, do you recommend it?
But if you've already put one in, like I think you have,
Oh.
I don't think you can only put in one.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you,
Hmm.
Sonia. And
That was
hello to you.
Eliza. That was Eliza.
Oh, that was
Hang on.
Eliza. Thank you, Eliza.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
that
a
was
little slow.
Eliza. Hmm.
I'm okay.
All right. Okay. So now, oh, Jill said she was getting up for work. Okay, so that's all right. So Ange, we've got Ange Domingos who is wanting a reading. So we will do Angela first. Angelita, Angie.
Where's
So
my
let me.
Clark Gable?
Where's your Clark Gable?
Where's Clark Gable tonight?
Clark Gable. Where's Clark
Locky.
Gable?
Locky is Clark Gable.
Oh, he had a few things that he had to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is he going to come in later?
No. I've just
Naughty,
written you a
naughty,
message.
Locky.
He's not on the live. He won't be in. He might come in because he says he has a group, not a group. He has a collective message that he would like to post. So he might come in later, and we will put it up when he puts it in. But no, he won't be on the live.
Oh, man.
Hang on a minute. Just let me go through this. Okay, so Ange, where are you? She's here. All right, I'll leave you up on the screen, Ange. Jill Kitson, nope, not me. It should be in bed asleep. LOL, it's 4:58 here. Okay, so Jill. Okay, so you're after Ange, Jill. Oh wow, did Locky have sex? No. I tell you what, Liz, I changed the live details today, and a lot of people didn't actually see the detail changes. But that was very cute of you.
Surprise. It's me, Locky.
Yes, yeah.
Do I look different?
It's Locky's female version. Andrew says hello. Okay, yes. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with Ange. Ange, do you have any questions that you would like to ask? It's my dogs are like kids. As soon as I get on a live, they start messing around with me. It really does.
Cute. They're so cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
I saw a lady today at the store in line with me at the checkout line, and she said, I only came in for 2 things, and she had all dog treats, dog toys, dog chews, dog everything. She said, every time I come in for 2 things, it ends up like this. And I said, yeah, but you know what? Think about how miserable life would be without our pets, you guys.
Yeah.
People that have pets are really, really lucky because you get that unconditional love, even though they pee on everything.
Oh, no, they don't.
So happy all the time.
No, they don't pee on everything. They don't. I mean, I don't really get on with cats all that much, but they don't pee on everything. Now, Angie. Yes, it's about work. Layoffs are happening. Will I be affected? Guess what, Ange? Change of direction. That was the card that came up for you. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart and love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happiness and the outcomes that you desire. So that tells me, oh God, here we go again. I'm getting hot. They're coming in. So yes, you are going to have a change of direction in your workplace. Now, I don't know whether that change of direction will be outside of work or whether it will be internal. I'm picking up that you will be doing a different job. You may even have the possibility of being able to do it inside the company, but there is definitely a change of direction coming for you. You're not going to lose your job, Ange. You'll be given another one, but they're telling me through this card here that there's a possible change of direction because this is something that you are wanting. they're basically saying to me, enough, woman. You can do so much better than this. And they want you to surrender. They want you to release and surrender. All right. They're showering you with blessings of love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held on tightly with. So that basically tells me that there is going to be change of direction for you, and they want you to release the idea that you can do so much that you are restricting yourself. Release that idea. Oh, I'm not worthy. I can't do this. I'm doing as best I possibly can. You can actually do more than that, Ange. All right. Yes, she wanted change. Okay. All right. So allow that change to come in. Allow the possibility to come in. Surrender to the idea that you are allowing change to come into your life. And I tell you what, because we can all manifest this coming into our lives, that the change will actually come through for you. I don't know why they're saying to me at the moment, they're talking about forgiveness, and I've got to write that down because otherwise I'll forget. And maybe this has got to do with forgiving yourself for not allowing yourself this change or this growth that you've got coming to you. It's the opportunity, it's scarce now. Yeah, which is why I'm thinking that, they're giving me, they keep saying a few opportunities, all right? So I'm thinking that one of them would be within the company, but that's not going to stop you if you're not happy with this particular position, and, that you can do so much better than that outside of the company, by checking out who is around to help you through that you can go to find another direction, because that was your very first card that came up, new direction. See, and you're still struggling internally. You're still fighting with yourself. I just see this internal struggle happening, all right? This is going on inside of you, and it's not helping you find this new job. But on the other, and they're also telling me, and I feel and sound confusing to you at the moment, Ange. And this is because this is how you feel. All right. I don't know which direction I'm going to take. I don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes we have to leave that in the lap of the gods in order to understand what is going to happen for our highest good. We can't know what's going to happen. All I can tell you is that they are sorting through something at the moment in the background for your highest good, to help you on your journey. And you're not going to be able to find out until you put that effort in yourself, all right? The effort will come. I'm still seeing the effort. It's going to happen within your company as well, but you're also going to find something to go to outside of work, and then you will have a decision to make. Somebody's going to offer you something. Right, that usually means an offer of love, but in your case, when you're asking about your work, I'm seeing as an offer coming from outside of where you are. So I want you to step through this sea of emotions that you've got here, and I want you to just reach over, because this person is going to come to you with an offer, and I want you to get off that wall, and I want you to just say, yes, I'm capable of doing this. Yes, I can do this. So just let me have a look at this. Have you got anything, Sandra?
Okay, so what I'm going to say is, my advice is this. Do we say Angelita or Angie? How do you refer to
it? Both. Angie's fine.
So Angie, and this is stemming from when you were a little kid. There's something about you always had to look like you had your act together. You always looked like you had to know what you were doing. I'm seeing a tie to your childhood. This started in childhood. And what happened is, however you were raised, it was like never be made a fool, never like look like you don't know what you're doing. So what I'm seeing now, how that's affecting you, is that you're holding on, like Caroline was saying, you have turmoil. And what I'm seeing is you're holding on to the familiar. So if this makes sense to you, let me see if I can formulate it. You like doing the job you do because you know it well, and it's like the back of your hand. And the biggest fear to you is if you were to restructure in this position or go to a new job, you're not going to know what you're doing. And that's a huge fear for you. You are a person that needs to feel like you always have control and you always know what you're doing, and you are totally ready for anything that comes your way. And so the prospect of doing something completely new scares you. But I need you to know that even if you stay in the job you're in, they're going to restructure it. Or if, like Caroline said, you may go to another position or another company, it's okay that you don't know what you're doing because it's a brand new job and it's called a learning curve. And I want you to forgive yourself for that because it's okay. And I don't know how this got started when you were a little kid. I don't know if it was your parents or the school you went to, but it was like, you better be on your A game and you better know what you're doing. Don't ever look like a fool. Like, it wasn't okay. And that's okay. I understand that we all feel that way a little bit, but you take it to a new level where I feel like you're holding on to this position you're in, and the universe is ready for you to grow.
Yes.
You're going to have to grow, baby girl. So it's okay that you don't know it. It's okay for you to study hard and learn it and tell people, I'm brand new at this. We just changed everything around. Everything's a little crazy right now. It's upside down. And just take it with a smile, because, eventually, I know with your work ethic, I can feel your energy. You will have your A game on soon enough, but it might take a little bit of a curve that you're not going to like, because Angie doesn't feel comfortable with the unfamiliar. Okay. But once you get over that, it's going to be fine. Smooth sailing. So a little bit of a bumpy road, but then it's going to be better than it was before. That's what I had to say.
Yeah.
Hope that makes sense.
And that's what I was talking about with the Five of Wands, that this particular you're all worked up inside because of that lack of control that you'll have, Angie. But when that card talks about work, it is just saying that that you're going to be facing that competition, and you will play your cards right, all right, and you will be successful. You will, if there is somebody else in line for it or somebody else that's challenging you for it, you just have to compete successfully. You will be able to do it because that's what you've always done, all right? You've always competed successfully. You've always done the job properly. So play fair, all right? And everything is going to be fine. And you play fair.
And I like Angie's energy because she's such a worker bee, man. She takes it so freaking seriously that I step inside her head and I'm like, this is so neat and organized in her head. Whereas like in my head, it's a disaster and I don't take anything seriously. And I don't care if you fire me the first day. Angie is the exact opposite of me. Like she's like, has to know and has to learn. And if she doesn't have the answers, she's got to get the answers. And I'm like, oh my God, like it's like watching a whole team of people around me in your head. So that's awesome. You're probably a great person to have working for any company is what.
Absolutely. And this Fool card, sorry, where are we? This Fool card here always talks to me, with business, with what you're doing with your life. And it actually does mean that you're going to be starting a new journey, okay? That, and the other card, that first card that came up, the change of direction card, there's going to be, as I said to you before, there's going to be a proposal, and you're going to look at it and go, will I stay here? Will I go? And as Sandra has said, when you're comfortable in a position, the chances are, you'll feel like you don't want to do the new job because you know this one back to front. But step out of it because there are new things awaiting for you, all right? Press ahead. Just get out there, woman, and do it. changes are coming for you. Okay.
Yeah.
This card in work can sometimes mean finding a new position, and in your case, you will be finding a new position. It could even mean a promotion for you, something like that. So just hang in there. Rona, could you please stop writing that in there? I can see you, and if you would like a reading, you can pop through a donation. It's pinned in the comments. Would love to be able to read for you. Okay, so
Can I add one more thing for Angie?
yes,
Angie, think back, because I feel like this might be a good tool for you, not just with the current situation you're dealing with, but with other things. This not being accepting of the fact that you don't always have to have the answers. And I love telling people when I'm in a work situation to say, and they ask me a question I don't know, and I go, you know what, that's such a good question.
yeah,
I don't know. Let's go find out. Let's go look it up. You think
Yeah.
Google will have something on it? It's totally fine to say you don't know. It's not fine for
Yes.
you. I'd really like you to look back and see where that started. And I feel like it's some influence on you that started earlier in your life. Maybe not a young child, but some point in your childhood to early teen years, this started, and it's like you can never give yourself a break. Can you just give yourself a break? Can you just give yourself a break? Okay.
That's right. Part of being a supervisor, Ange, is being inclusive of people and their ideas. And what Sandra was saying is just a beautiful way of including other people to make them feel validated as well and valued.
And if she's a boss, actually, this
Yes.
actually helps you as a boss, because people sometimes feel like bosses, they can't talk to them. There's a wall between them and the boss. But by saying, oh my gosh, yeah, I never even thought about that. That's a great idea. Or we should look into that. Or let's get some answers on that. Can you take some time today? Can you take a couple hours after lunch? And I think it's a great idea. Get back to me. It makes them feel like you're a little more relatable, and they're more likely, you'll have less turnover in the end. You'll have less people leaving your department when they feel that bond with you.
Yes. Cell leader, supervisor, to me, it just means supervisor's position, whether you're a manager, it's all the same thing. You are in a supervisory capacity, and it's good to include people. It's good to make them feel validated and valued. So yeah, absolutely. You have, as I closed the deck up before, and I just picked out this particular card for you. I just opened the deck up, and it was saying that you're going to have a decision to make. You've got the Hanged Man card here. Now, Ange, I know you've got this deck. I'm pretty sure you've got this deck yourself. So that tells me that you're going to be making a decision with your finances, which means something about a job offer. So, hang in there, woman, because it's coming to you. Do you have any other questions, Ange? Which reminds me, they're just telling me drink water, Ange, and I'm looking around to find my water.
Everybody, drink your water. Drink your water.
Yes. Yes, I have that deck. Yeah, you do. So, have a look back and see what they mean. All right, have a look in your book and see what they mean. It's just that, intriguing, very intriguing. Love, please.
Exciting.
This is amazing. Okay. All right, love, please. All right, let's step into this. This guy is amazing. You get the same card again, Ange. Change of direction. Oh. You saw me shuffling the cards. Change of direction. So perhaps this guy is supposed to be in your life. Wow. I'm impressed. They're saying that he's a blessing in disguise for you. I'm just looking at the cards that I've got here at the moment. There's a blessing. He's a blessing in disguise. Okay, now I don't know whether you met him through work or not. Ange, if you met him through work or okay. Do you intend on doing something with him financially because or learning new skills from this particular person? Because just let me know whether or not that is something that you're intending on doing, because yes, through work. Okay, so I picked that up through this particular card here, Ange. Now you can take that whatever way you want. It's the 8 of Pentacles, but intuitively I picked up that you've met him through work. All right, and I don't know whether there's been any long hours or whether there's been any hours that you spent with him, getting to know each other, or whatever it is that you needed to pick up from him through work. But sorry, they're coming at me with a few different things here, and I have to muddle my way through them.
She's like, yes, oh my God, yes. This is Angelita at work. Angelita, you behave, girl. You behave.
Yeah, he is an amazing person. I'm just picking up. I don't know how long you've known him for, Ange, but my guides are saying to me, there's something that needs to be let go of here for him. All right, there's something that he needs to let go of that he's not yet prepared to let go of. All right. Now, again, you've got the Pentacles card here. I don't know whether it's some sort of financial decision he's got to make with a previous partner, or whether it's letting go of something at his work, but he is definitely holding on to something that no longer serves him. He's standing on the front porch of this house. He's got a pentacle under each foot. He's got one here, and he's got one up here as well. So I want you to just have a think about that and figure out what it is that he's holding on to, because it could potentially affect the relationship through the Tower card. So just, make sure that the lines of communication are open and that it's not judgmental if he does come back with you for something. I know what it is, and yes, correct, not yes. Okay, so just make sure that that you keep those lines of communication open, because I don't want this to happen. All right, people have no idea how important it is. Well, maybe you all do. The lines of communication have to be kept open and non-judgmental about it. Okay, work is bad for you. Okay. Oh, hi Jamie. I didn't realize that you were in here. Yeah. So keep being the person that you are, because he was attracted to you because of who you are. And what they're saying to me is, don't change yourself because you've met him and now, it's more intimate than it was before. Don't change who you are, Ange. They want you to stay the person that you were and that you are, the Queen of Cups. Stay in your power, stay in your emotions. And drop the ego, because it's not necessary with him. Just stay being the person that you are, because that's who he met. That's what he likes. He likes that gentle side of you. And yes, you have got feminine and masculine powers about you, but he also is drawn to your femininity. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just get the feeling that he wants to take care of you. Like he'll open the car. I'm seeing him opening the car door for you. I'm seeing him bring you flowers. I'm seeing him just be that gentleman. And here we go again with the Pentacles. For fuck's sake, you've got lots of these, woman. You're going to be making that financial decision. You're going to be making decisions, and you're going to be making the right ones. This is a 2 of Pentacles, Ange. You've got them all. He did send flowers and open, yeah. That's just what I'm seeing.
I like it. I like the sound of him.
Yes. So do I. And he gets a lot from you. He just has to look at you, and he's kind of crumbling at the knees. Yeah, that's just what I get. A knight in shining armor. Yeah, exactly, Sammy. Knight in shining armor. There you go.
Da, da, da,
Well
da.
done, Sammy. There you go, Ange. There's your knight in shining armor. I wish I could make that come up. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can do this. It never works for me when there's two people on.
I can see the card.
Yeah. But there's your knight in shining armor, Ange. And that was the top card when Sammy said it. That's very cute. Very cute. Okay, you described him to a T. Yep. Yeah. You got anything on this man, Sandra?
No, you said it before I did, is that there was something yet to be revealed. She says she knows what it is, but I don't think she knows the full story of whatever this is. But I think it's coming. I don't think it's a matter of him being deceitful.
No,
I think
it's
you guys
not.
just knew, and he's trying not to just dump all of his stuff on you.
Yeah.
You know? He doesn't want to scare you away too quick.
Yeah, but it has potential to be hidden. Not to be hidden, but not to be. It needs to be talked
Hasn't
about.
been revealed yet. Like
Yeah.
not like a I don't sense that he's a liar or like he's a deceitful, sneaky person. It's just you guys are brand new and he's trying to really be like the knight in shining armor and not, the worst thing is you guys, when you start dating someone and they start telling you all of their drama and their debt and their ex, like nobody wants to hear that. Just enjoy the romance, enjoy the flowers, and let things kind of organically evolve. Okay. Googling them and stalking them is not the answer.
And hopefully he hikes as well, Ange. Jamie is still working, still Caroline. Why am I up? Very funny, Jamie. A knight in tinfoil, Sandra. Does he hike? Does he hike, Ange? Mm-hmm. He needs to hike because that's what you do. Well, he doesn't need to. I mean, it would be nice if the two of you could do something outside of work, but yes, that's my hiking. Oh, do tell. Nap. Go, woman. Go, woman. Okay, now I'm on your wavelength. Now I understand what's going on. Now I understand what's going on. Okay. All right. Okay, Ange, that's basically all I'm getting for you. Just keep going with the way things are going for you. Yeah, you get goosebumps. That's for a reason. All right. That's usually what happens to me. So you just make sure that you stick with this. You've known him for a little while, and it's very. Yep. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, Ange, that was for you. So now we have Jill. Jill Kitson, where are you? As Jamie would say, calling you to the front counter. Not on the Dark Phoenix, but on Caroline's Energy Healing and Tarot Card Readings. Calling you to the counter.
While we're waiting, please like and share and follow Caroline's page. Thank you very much.
Kristen, we're doing paid readings at the moment. The donated readings will always take priority, and the donations do go towards the Anti-Child Trafficking Fund. So just know that, Kristen, if you'd like to put a donation through, you will be 1, 2, 3, 4th in line from now. That was an amazing and beautiful ladies. Okay. You're so welcome, Angela. Angelita. Angie. There you go, Angie. Also, I call them to shadow work. Yes, yes, you do. I don't do as much of that as you do, Jamie. All right. Okay, great cause. Yes, it is. Hey, Mel, how you doing? There's another one.
Oh my gosh!
We're all coming
OGs in
back.
the house. Got all the OGs tonight.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right, Jill, where are you? Jill, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? No, you don't want me to use that deck. Why not?
General? Did she say general?
Oh my God.
No. No.
Whoa.
Chandra said she likes it when people say general. She likes
Yeah,
it.
I guess that's a go ahead for people to just download whatever information comes through for them. Jill, why am I getting a headache? As I did that, I'm getting a headache in my left eye, behind my eyeball. Are you having trouble with your eyes, Jill? You are having trouble with your eyes. Okay, all right. They're asking you to go and get them checked. Right? It's nothing serious. They just I'm getting a headache. It feels like, and it's only in one eye. It's not in both of them. Sorry, I just have to try and clear this. It's not in both of them, but it feels like you're carrying stress in through your neck, and it's coming up in, and it's manifesting into your eye. It's like I'm reading too much, I'm doing too much, and they're asking you, Jill, no headaches, vision seems worse, I did 3 months ago. Okay, you need to go and get it checked again. If you're having trouble with your eyes. But they also want you to go outside and do some physical exercise. They want you to reduce the stress that's in your life at the moment. They want you to start releasing those feel-good hormones in the brain that reduces stress. They want you to do all that because it's going to help. All right. So can you please think about doing that? Got new glasses, don't wear them, only suppose to wear them to drive. Okay, then it must be stress related, Jill. It's just got to be stress related. I blocked the stress sun today. You blocked him. Oh, okay. Yes, needs outside. Bad, just got nice out. Good. Okay, well, you need to touch base with Mother Earth. You need to take your socks and shoes off, and you need to go ground. I mean, I could take my own advice here, Jill, because I'm pretty much inside most of the day, and I need to get out myself. So please, you're going to the ocean in April into good. Okay, make sure that you douse yourself in the water. Make sure that you go with the waves, that you actually sit in the water. If you stand in the water, whatever you do, but release all that negative emotions that you're holding on to. And particularly if you block the stress, like you were saying before, your son, if you are blocking, that is going to be an added stress factor for you. All right. So just make sure that you please do something about the physical activity. Now, they're also, through the card that I've got, which is the card number 41, it talks about self-discipline. So there must be something that you are not being very disciplined about at the moment. It doesn't say much here except for the self-discipline. And it just means, that there is a certain part that of you that needs to be motivated, and that you need to improve the quality of life that you've got. And that could be, as much as you're talking about your, you blocked somebody, you blocked your son, you blocked the stress, that will be the start of this change, this self-discipline. All right. So it's just a reminder for you to meet the universe halfway, because the dreams don't manifest by themselves. This is a time to clarify your goals and your plans and prioritize the ideas and the actions that you've got. Be disciplined about it. Okay. You're being encouraged to rein in any thoughts and emotions that you've got that are contrary to what you're trying to attract. So stay in your positive walking. I stopped walking. I was walking, then winter came. Yeah, if you're not walking, sometimes I walk around the house because I need to walk. But yes, walking would be good, but be disciplined with it. be as disciplined as you possibly can. All right. And they're saying that be disciplined in your thoughts as well. All right. Be disciplined with the idea that you need to be more positive about it instead of worrying about the doubts and the things that are attached to the doubt. And particularly, they're talking to me now about your son. They're just saying where this stress factor is concerned, your son has his own journey, and your son will walk his journey. I dance around, but I need more. I feel I do. I got lazy this last month. Yep. Just willpower. They're just talking about willpower. You doing what you did today. They're telling me that you're going to have some sort of, well, they're saying domestic harmony to me, Jill. All right, this is going to bring in a sense of domestic harmony for you. It's going to be hard for you because you've blocked him, but it's going to bring in some sort of harmony. So they want you to remember that. All right, that is important for you to remember. The card itself is card number 46, and it actually, in the book, it says this may relate to a troubled relationship with a child, family member, or ex-partner, and in your case it's the child. And it says it could even relate to a problem that you've had with the actual house itself. Either way, this card has been sent to you to advise you that your difficulties are being resolved and domestic happiness is within your reach. The card also indicates a time to make a commitment to your present relationship by declaring your love and desire to take things to the next level. So, in other words, instead of, you blocked your son, but sending him love, sending him in a bubble, sending a bubble of love to him, because he's going to, on a spiritual level, he will accept that, or his higher self will accept it and use it accordingly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to say any more about the card because you've made a commitment to yourself through that very act today that you've walked away from a situation. So he's very gifted but hides from it. But he needs to go through something at the moment, Jill. Right? He needs to go through this in order to be a better version of himself. And I don't believe that this block that you've put in is going to last for long, but it's something that was needed to happen in order to change a set of circumstances. Sandra?
I see I should start with this. A lot of the conflict I feel that Jill is feeling right now is actually that she knows she's done the right thing. I don't know anything about your son, Jill, and I won't get into it because it's probably personal, but whatever you've done was the right thing, but it's everything in you to have done it. And now you feel complete inner conflict. And I think it's because you want to be okay. Okay, that's what I didn't want to say anything, but I don't know even what country you're in, but I kept seeing like an Al-Anon meeting, like a place where you could go and talk, because I don't know if he had or has a drinking or alcohol, drug addictions issue, but what I see is your heart is literally breaking because he's asking you for something, or he's going to ask you for something. And part of you tries to be logical and say, I could give this to him. He needs this. I really need to do this as his mom. Yeah. Okay. I understand that. But what I got for you was the 4th chakra, and that is the heart. And the main word on that card is generosity. And what that means is I want you to be generous with your love. Okay. Right now is not a good time for you to do anything major for him. You could be generous as far as if he needs a support network or if you need a support network. I would really love if you guys have Al-Anon out there, if you would go seek that out, because you could talk to other people that are feeling the way you feel. Because baby girl, there's like landmines in your heart right now. Like you're literally trying to tiptoe through without an explosion, because everything in you, your maternal instinct is saying, I have to take care of him. When you know in your brain, it's not the answer. And what I see is it's going to be about 8 or 9 months, unfortunately. I see around the holidays coming up on November, December, before you're going to have to really stick to your guns on this. So it would really help you to either talk to some people, get into support group, look up Al-Anon, and get into where you can talk to people. Because right now I've been where you are, and it's like, you know what you're doing is the right thing, but you're literally crumbling inside because it's against everything you feel in your heart. So my heart goes out to you. I've been there. I know what it feels like, and you're doing the right thing. You have to keep reminding yourself that I want you to still love your son every day. Think of him, be generous with him with your love, and as long as he's not being abusive to you and he's being kind to you, be there to be an ear for him to talk, but not to be manipulated, because he'll take that chance to talk to you to try to like twist you and work the buttons. And our kids, no one knows how to push those buttons better than the kids, right? So if it's going to be like that, Caroline was talking about it earlier, got to have those boundaries up. Okay. So if you start to feel like there's some manipulation, say, hey, listen, I've got to run. I'm going to go to an appointment or whatever, but we can talk later. I love you so much. Keep telling him you love him so much, because right now he doesn't feel worthy of being loved. He doesn't feel like he deserves to be loved by anyone. And that's okay, because right now that's where he is. But I feel like it's going to get a little easier for you towards the holidays. I know that's a while, but just try to fill your time with positive things and know you're doing the right thing.
And as we were speaking about this, Jill, Jamie East, who is writing a book at the moment, it was just, she's just said she's writing an article for parents on addiction, literally at the moment. So, you know, go figure.
Wow.
Yeah, go figure. That's what was happening earlier.
Heavy.
Yeah, it is. It told me I was annoying, and yes, that's right. It's where he is. I feel his feelings. Of course you do, Jill. You're his parent. How can you not? All right.
They came through us. They came through us. Yeah. How are we not supposed to feel them? They were literally once inside of our body. Yes. And that never changes when they leave, right? No one warns you about that in parenthood. They never tell you that once you have a child, it's like part of you is just floating in the universe that you don't have any control over. It's crazy.
No, I don't want that card. I'm not going to. No, I'm not. No, not happening. Not doing it. Sorry, I'm just talking to my guides. I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah, right, Jill. They say 18. It's a trick. It's a trick because you never stop being a mother, and you always got to be there to take the call. And my son will call me, and I won't get right to his call because I'm at the gym, and he's like, "Mom, where were you? I was calling you." I'm like, "Is everything okay?" Yeah, but I wanted to tell you about what happened to me today. I'm like, "You're 21 and in the Navy, and you have to reach me immediately." Like they don't understand that there's something other than them in our universe. So
it's like my daughter does the same thing. She reaches out to me, and you know I have to answer the phone straight away.
Oh, yeah.
But when I message her, like it takes sometimes 2 or 3 or 4 days even to write. Oh, sorry, Mum, I forgot. I had a lot of things on. Yeah, okay, darling. Okay, darling.
It's a trick. For those of you that have not had kids, it's a trick if they tell you it's only for 18 years. It is for the rest of your life. You will be that parent. Okay?
Right. And yeah, it's all, and they all transition to different places in their life, and you transition with them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So, Jill, did you have any other questions that you would like to ask? I don't even know that you asked a question at the very start. It just kind of happened.
No, she said just a general.
Yes.
This is what you get, Jill. This is what you get.
I don't know why they're saying to me this at the moment, but they keep saying rolling thunder. a rolling thunder. It's like, you listen, you're watching, the thunder that's rolling thunder. That's what it's going to be like for him for a little while.
Yeah.
Rolling thunder.
He's going to try to push those buttons. Mama, you've got to be strong. Be strong. Seek out support. It's going to really help you through this. Get some books. Read articles.
Or even, even pick up the phone or do whatever you want to and reach out to Jamie. Maybe she has some wise words for you, because that's what she's writing a book on at the moment.
Yeah.
Where did she say that? She said, here, but writing an article for parents on addiction, literally, and working on it at the moment. So, reach out to her and see whether or not you can talk to her about a few things. And yes, Al-Anon's, any sort of anonymous group like that, even online groups, if you don't feel that you can, physically go and see people, just reach out online, because I'm sure that there's a lot of online groups as well.
Yeah. If you can get to an in-person one, they're not everywhere. And if you don't live in a big city, it's harder to find. But I can tell you that Al-Anon got me through 5 meetings a week, folks. 5 nights a week, I was sitting in an Al-Anon meeting, white knuckling, getting through, dealing with that loved one that was challenged, and I wanted to just be there to do everything for them. And there's a time when you have to step back.
Yes.
And got to be strong, and Al-Anon helped me. So hopefully you'll find an avenue or a resource that helps you as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think he's fighting with himself because he wants to use or gas, but doesn't want that life, but feels so worthless, unloved. Everybody is to blame. It's tough. I have learned to listen. Yeah. I've learned to, yeah. Exactly. And that the 2 words that you used at the end, Jill, are the key. Just listen. Right. And sometimes, all they need to know is that you, and I kind of bounce across. If you see me moving my eyes across, I'm just trying to follow what they're saying to me. Like, sometimes all they need to know is that you're there and that you're listening, and occasionally just drop in, what is it that I can do for you? Obviously, not at the expense of yourself, but if you've blocked him, then so be it for the time being. That was the thing that was needed. Have been so many Al-Anon meetings. I went through my family and my ex.
That's the first thing I saw before she mentioned anything about the issue. I saw her in like an Al-Anon setting and it being a really good thing for her. So if you can go back, revisit it if you have time.
Jamie says, but at the same time, make sure that you are not making his demons. He is not dealing with your own or your kids. I'm not quite sure what that means, Jamie. Okay, been to AA and Anon too, to learn that side.
Mark Anon, yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right then, Jill. Okay. Love and light to you, Jill. Thank you so much for your donation. I didn't even put the timestamp on that one, but I'm guessing it would have been about 55 minutes in. All right. There are only 2 that I could help themselves. Make sure that she is putting herself before his issues. Yes, which is what I said, but not at the expense of yourself. So many people will sacrifice themselves trying to save the addict. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's where Al-Anon comes in, because they won't let you. They won't let you go and go, let me just run into the fire to save them. Can't do
it. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we have Evelyn Mays up next. Are you here, Evelyn? And then we have Eliza after that.
Got to shake off the energy. Sorry, guys. If you see me do this, clearing out Jill's energy. The mama with the big heart.
Yes, the mama with the big heart. All mamas out there with big hearts, you are hereby being cleared of any negative energies.
There you go. There you
It's all
go.
gone.
Hey, I wish that all mamas did have big hearts because, you know, we need more mamas like Jill in this world.
Yeah. Such a hard, it's a really hard road for a parent sometimes when they have a child with an addiction, any type of addiction. Be right back posting. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Evelyn, what was that? Gosh, there's some weird energies around lately. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean, Jamie. All right. Okay. So, Evelyn, some guidance, please. Hey, Shawana, how are you? Liz, yes, absolutely. It's pinned at the bottom of the chat. So just follow that link in. If you've got a PayPal page and you're in the app, just pop in Caroline Thomas 2 and it should come up with my face on there. Okay, just listening, just washing up. No, it isn't. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me have a look. It's it's there. I'll put it in again for you. Hang on.
I'll just take this moment to say, if you haven't already liked, shared, and followed Caroline's page, please do. And you can donate. There should be a donate link there if you want to donate and get a full reading.
It's a Starlink. Oh no, Liz. All you have to do, to get rid of that Starlink, or to you just have to click on that, and then it asks you if you want to see all comments. Right? Once that's just. It took me ages to figure that out. So you must be on your phone. That Starlink. Just click on the Starlink, and then it will ask you for other options. Yes, she found it. Okay, Liz. All right. Bye-bye, ladies. She's off to work. Ange, have a brilliant day. Have a wonderful day, woman. Ignore the stars. Yes, ignore the stars, but you got to click on it. I think you have to click on it, and then it gives you the options of seeing all comments, and that's when you can pick it up.
Oh my gosh. Angie goes to work at 6 a.m.
Holy, that's outrageous. I mean, I'm kind of waking up and letting the dogs out and then going back to bed.
Man,
all right, Evelyn,
your best friend.
Star thing isn't working. I can't get rid of it. Yeah, there's got to be a way, Sonia. You're not clicking on it properly. Going to bed, enjoy. Good night, Jill. All right. Okay, so where are we?
Sometimes I have to go out of the live and then come back in. Like if there's a weird glitchy thing, I have to go out of the live and then pop back in, and then things fix themselves. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. Facebook is weird. I feel lost right now, Evelyn says. Good night, Jill.
Good night, Jill. I don't even know where Jill is. Good night.
No, I just says good night, morning, evening.
It's probably on the West Coast like me. It's like 3 a.m. here.
Hey, Jason, how are you? Gosh, it's been a while since I've seen you in my life. Hope you're doing okay. Okay, Evelyn. Feeling lost right now. There's a lot of people out there, and I'm not minimizing your feelings at all, Evelyn. There's a lot of people that are feeling a little lost at the moment. It feels like, we were talking about this before, and I was in fact talking about it with Locky about the energies being so heavy. And then, I was talking to Sandra as well, and she was saying there's a lot of weird energies around. So, things feel hard at the moment. Things feel like they're stagnant. Things feel like they're not moving anywhere.
And there's days, literally, you guys, where I get out of bed and I feel like I'm walking through quicksand.
Yes.
Just to do the basic movement of the day, to go to the bank, to go get in it's like every inch of me, it takes all of my might. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Just know that we're going through something right now collectively. And we're going to be okay, because here's what I'm going to tell you guys. As much as there is more dark energy, you can probably feel it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to be assured of one thing. The more dark there is, it's always got to be balanced by light. So as you see more dark energy, trust me when I tell you, you will be made to withstand all of this. Just it's so much about self-care right now. Like Caroline mentioned, drink your water, ground, get outside, walk around, take a hot bath. You know, we all have that one thing that I like to say, find your happy place. And I know people that like to swim. I know for me, I love to dance and sing. It's like my happy place where I just can't be sad when I'm listening to like Stevie Wonder or something. Okay. So find your happy place and make sure you're doing it as much as possible. And the other thing to be really careful of, you guys, right now, is we still have a lot of people that are energy sucking. They're not bad people. They might even be people you love or you work with. And it's just that they are desperate right now. They don't know how to create their own internal self-care. So they need to get that energy externally. But I want you guys to create your own energy internally by finding your happy place and doing self-care and good boundaries. And if you feel like someone's sucking you dry, it's not okay to say, hey, you're sucking me dry, I don't want to talk to you ever again. Just kind of keep them at arm's length right now, because they might be going through something and they're kind of, flailing in the water, so to speak. So it's okay, though. It's okay, because we're all going to be okay at the end of this. Don't be like, oh God, it feels that way though, right? Quicksand.
Yes.
Just try to get through. Yeah.
Sorry, wrong person.
Oh, hot bath. Evelyn.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Himalayan sea salt. I don't know if it's available where you're at, but it's a game changer. A little lavender, a little Himalayan sea salt. And remember that it's called a brine bath, BRINE. Get it real hot as you can take it. Get a big glass of ice water. Turn the electricity off in the bathroom, light candles without lighting a fire, and then put on a little quiet music. Make sure your phone's not in there, no electronics. Get your big glass of water, sit in the hot water. If you have a hot tub, do that, and then sit there and drink your water, because it's going to dehydrate you with the sea salt in there. And then when you get out, don't shower for 8 hours. Let it continue to detox you. And then in the morning, or like 8 hours later, you can shower. Like primo. Yes.
Yeah. I've got the Empress card here for you, Evelyn, and it is asking you to do all of the things that Sandra is talking to you about. This is the Empress, and usually this person is completely in charge of things. She completely understands the world. She completely knows what's happening. So what I want you, as I said before, it feels like everything is really heavy around you. You know how to deal with that. They're just saying. And I think, who was it, Kirsty, that said it before, just go with the flow. All right, just go with it at the moment, because the more you try and fight through this, the less chance you've got of getting through it. So just go with it, but just make sure, please, that you protect yourself while you're doing this. Avenue lamp, it's pink Himalayan salt. Yeah, I've got one in every room, Evelyn.
Hi, Locky. I saw Locky on there. Can I add, Caroline, that you just said, don't fight against it? Did you guys know if you ever land in quicksand, the worst thing you could do is fight against it?
Right.
You go deeper.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. And as because I get these two cards here. I get you as the Empress, that you understand everything that's going on. And then I get this Tower card, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, because you have that very strong rock foundation at the bottom, but this is what's happening at the top. So just make sure that you just go with it, all right? Don't struggle against it, all right? They want you to sit in your power. They want you to be the Queen of the Cups. They want you to be the Empress. They want all of this for you. And no, things are not as easy as what they used to be, because there's a spiritual fight. There's a spiritual battle going on at the moment, and we're being called. This is this is how we in the spiritual world are being made to, or being given the strength to get through it. You have to fight through, because they're trying to figure out which ones are the ones that are going to stay with it, and which ones are the ones that can just be, you know, the ones that are going to be not left behind, but the ones that can't make their way to the other side of this quicksand, this mud. All right, so just hold on, just hang in there, and know that it's going to be okay. All right. Just
Caroline, can I ask you a question about what you just said?
Yes, go for it. Because I'm just going to have a look at this other person. You're going.
Yeah. Caroline mentioned for those of the people that can't get through the quicksand. How do we know that we can?
Are you asking me that? How do we know that we can what?
You said that for the, you know, you were talking about how we're struggling, and there's people around us that can't get through the quicksand. They're not going to be able to handle this. How do we know we're not one of those people?
Well, okay. So if you wake up in the morning and you say to yourself, I'm going to have a really good day. And at 10 a.m. in the morning, you think to yourself, fuck, I cannot do today. I can't do today. No, I'm just going to let the whole world pass me by. I can't keep going with what I'm doing. I just feel like the whole world is against me, and you sit in victim mode, right? Sitting in victim mode is not the way to go. It's not helping you through what you need to get through. What you need to do is rise above that victim mentality. You are not a victim of circumstance. You make your own reality. You have to fight against it. And, you know, when we say go with the flow, make your own, manifest what's going to come into your life. Rise above what is going on at the moment. Rise above that negative energy that keeps coming to floor us every single day. You've got to be able to fight against that. So that's does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you for clarifying. Yeah, thank you.
I always felt like I've been pulled in two different directions. Yeah, and that happens to a lot of us, Evelyn. But you know which direction it is. See, and this card tells me the pulling in two different directions. This card tells exactly that. You're being pulled in two different directions, but on the other hand, you know which one is right for you. Okay? You know which one is right for you. So you just keep pushing back that freaking negative energy that keeps coming for us. Yes, Melanie, absolutely. Melanie, I'll get to you in a minute. I'm not quite sure I found what you were talking about. Shaquela Davis, which one are you? All right, so like there are many people releasing this stuff. And that's blanketing the earth. Yes. Yeah, but they have to release. Okay, Sammy, they have to release. We all have to release this. And this, I'm constantly telling people to ground. I'm constantly telling people to go out and remove the negativity, to offload the negativity, give it to Gaia. All right, it's just like that gum tree or the trees. They take in the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and they use that to grow. I mean, she will take what you give her, okay, and she will transmute it into positive energy. That's what she is there for us as well. So just remember that, even if it feels like a blanket and it feels like it's blanketing the earth, those emotions that you're talking about, Sammy, can be transmuted just by going to Mother Earth and asking her to take it. Yes, it's hard on some days. Absolutely, it is hard, Evelyn. It is very hard. Are you facing some sort of financial decision, Evelyn? Because I'm picking up that somebody's not being honest with you. It's not about you being honest with yourself. It's about somebody else not being honest with you. Okay, all right. Okay, so that financial decision that you're making, you need to make it. They're telling me that you need to understand everything. So that means asking questions to the person who is having a problem, or this financial issue that you're having a problem with, or whatever it is. You need to find out all the details before you make a decision. So be informed. Somebody owes you $300. Okay. All right. They're telling me that you may not get that back. And that this may be one of those lessons that okay, so they're just telling me that you probably will get some of it back, but not all of it, and that this will be a lesson for you. And maybe next time when you lend something to somebody, that you are of the understanding that you may not get that back, and just cut it to be a loss, or that you help them out in doing something. I know that, yeah. All right. Okay, so just make sure that you know all of the ins and outs of this, because that you have a decision to make about that. And I'm also being told that, that your head is all over the place at the moment, Evelyn. It kind of matches the energies that are happening for us at the moment. It's just everywhere. It was for here. Okay. Sorry, have you got something that you wanted to put into that?
Yeah. Okay. You don't have to say it on here. In fact, I don't want you to say it. But when you're dealing with all of this stress, like I can feel it in my head right now. When you're dealing with all of this stress and heaviness, there's something that you might indulge in, or it's a habit that you go to that's not helping the situation. And I don't know what it is. Please don't say it. It's totally personal with you, and that's fine. But it's not good for you, and it's not helping you in the situation. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay. There is something you go to, you could say self-medicate, but self-medicate could be like you like to go and eat like me. I'll eat 3 combo meals from McDonald's because that's how I self-medicate. I'm not really a drug person. Some people, they go to the casino and they go and gamble because they like the adrenaline, right? So I feel like there's some vice you have that you kind of battle with when you get stressed out, oh my God, I used to have the habit of going shopping, and I would go spend money I didn't have, right? Consumer, what they call retail therapy. And I would just go shopping and just go spend and buy stuff, and it would make me feel better for a little while. So I don't know what your vice is. And again, you don't need to share it here, but be careful of that. The other thing that I'm feeling for you is that there is one person that really has always been a person in your life that you could go to. And I want to say on a spiritual level, but maybe they're not spiritual, but you really gain something every time you talk to them. You gain something spiritually from them. I need you to reach out to them right now, because I feel like they have some really good wisdom for you, knowing you as well as they do. They can help you through when you're struggling or giving you advice. And the other thing I'll say is that your breath, I cannot breathe, girl. You are not breathing. I don't know if you do like breathing exercises or you work out or you meditate, but like, I feel like your breath is right here. Like literally when I breathe in and I'm you and I'm in your head, I'm breathing to here, to my collarbone, and then back up. You need to be breathing down all the way through. Okay. So I want you to focus on this. I want you to breathe in through your nose. I can't do it right now because I'm congested from allergies, but breathing in through your nose, counting 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I want you to pull all the air right down here. So as you breathe in, it's going 1, 2, 3. That's in through your nose. And then you breathe out through your mouth, counting to 5. So it looks like this. Breathing in through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Breathing out through your mouth. I want you to actually make a sound. And I want you to count to 5. All the way to 5. You're not going to get it the first time or the second time or the third time. The reason why is because that breath is the closest breath that we can have without being asleep. And when we're sleeping, we're most relaxed. I need you to start breathing that. I want you to see yourself taking in the air through your nose all the way to your belly button, and then exhaling, counting to 5. It'll take you about 4 or 5 tries before you'll be able to do it. And it's going to replenish our bodies, you guys, because as much as drinking water and eating healthy food, that's really important. Even more so is breathing. You guys have no idea that when you start to feel anxiety or stress, I guarantee if you have one of those watches to keep track or whatever, your breath changes, your heart rate changes, everything changes. And guess what? When you are feeling a state of stress or anxiety, your immune system is completely suppressed. You are open to disease. You're open to getting sick. You're open to having emotional trauma. So if you're feeling in the morning like, God, I cannot do this. I cannot do this anymore. I just can't do life. It's just too hard. I want you to take a few minutes and just pay attention to your breath and do that exercise in your mind, okay? I mean, do it, but close your eyes in bed in the morning or when you go to sleep at night, if you're just have all those thoughts running through your head, and just do that. Inhaling through the nose to 3, all the way down to the belly button, exhaling all the way up to 5. You should finish the breath at 5. And like I said, it's okay if you don't do it the first, the second, the third time. It's not a natural thing for us to do in the waking state. But girl, you got to give yourself more oxygen because I feel like I cannot breathe. I'm just like, wow. Okay. So that's what I have to say.
Okay, Evelyn. Yes, I do feel that way. It's hard when I feel everyone too. Yeah, and that's the thing about empaths, Evelyn. All right, that's what you have to learn to put that wall up between yourself, and it's actually making me feel a bit woozy. Not woozy. It's just making me feel a bit sick because it feels like the energy is being taken from you, or you're taking on their energy, which is something that you have to block. Okay, because you are an empath and that will affect you. Okay, it will affect you and it will make you feel like you're in mud. Okay, so please be careful of that. I did do a little class a while ago. I think it was probably about 2 months ago now, on protecting yourself. So it's a shame that there weren't that many people on it, but it was very worthwhile to learn. So just make sure that you do protect yourself with a bubble of energy. And the more often you do it, the easier it becomes to put that wall up so that you don't take on everybody else's emotions.
Yeah. I also picked up on her throat chakra. So I don't know if she gets choked up in her throat or she just needs to talk more about it with somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're right. I'm picking up on that as well.
You can talk with us, but I mean, talk more.
Yes. Speak your truth more. Speak whatever it is that you've got on your mind. You need to find a way to release that. Right. And if even if that comes through talking to yourself in the mirror, or talking out loud while you're at home, or talking to the person that you need to speak to, somehow you have to offload that, because I feel like your energy is stuck. And as Sandra said, it feels like it's in your throat chakra. It just feels like it's energy that's blocked and it can't get out of your field, your energetic field. It feels like it's locked in there. Yes, I have a thing going on with my thyroid.
Okay.
Breathing technique now add into the day. Yes, Natasha, absolutely.
Yeah, good, Natasha. Everybody should be doing that anytime you start to feel anxiety or stress. And Evelyn, you might, I'm sure you have a doctor taking a look at it, but make sure you're constantly getting it monitored, because I have a thyroid issue and it has to be looked at every 6 months to a year, because the levels change and then our medication is changed. So it's something that you always have to have looked at. So also make sure, because you'll feel that having no energy when your thyroid's off. So you might want to go have that looked at if you haven't had it done recently.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that was for you, Evelyn. I'm supposed to have an ultrasound every 6 months. Yeah, do it. Don't put it off. All right, just don't put it off.
And have them check your blood levels to make sure your thyroid level is correct, and if they need to adjust your medicine or not. If you take any, or if you need it.
Yeah, the breath work does. Sometimes, guys, and just note that sometimes that breath work doesn't work. And when that doesn't work, what I want you to do is pick up a book and start reading it out loud, because that actually
Oh,
regulates your breath work. You can't stop the regulation through the breath work when you read out aloud. You just pick it up. It doesn't matter what book it is. Just pick the book up and start reading it out aloud.
really? I've
Yeah.
never heard that or even thought to try it. Oh, wow.
You give it a go, people, because it does actually work, and you can't help it. You just continue to read out loud, and it's when you're talking that your breath gets regulated.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting.
Mm. Or even if you can't, I mean, well, a lot of people can't think while they're going through an anxiety attack or anything
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
I'm saying pick up a book, because then you have the book to look at. Yeah. All right. So I don't take medicine right now. Thank you so much. And love and light always. Yeah. Thank you as well, Evelyn. Now I have a few things that I need to figure out. Who is Shaquela Davis and Michelle Shell Maria V? You said you sent through some funds, but I can't see it anywhere. So are those two people somewhere on the live? I'll just type it up and put it up on the screen. Michelle Maria V and Shaquela Davis. Hang on. Oh, where are we?
We're doing sound bowls, everyone.
Oops. Oops. Typing in the wrong spot. That's Hang on a minute. Michelle Maria V and Shaquela Davis. So, could you two people please just, if you're here, just let me know, because one of you has made a huge mistake. Shaquela, you've sent through a very, very small amount of money, and I'm not quite sure whether it was just because you could. So just let me know if you're here.
And if you haven't liked and followed Caroline's page, please do that now. Thank you.
Okay. And Barry, Lynn, are you still here as well? Did you send that donation in for a reading for yourself? I've got you written on the list. Eliza, you're next. Then Liz, and providing I find out who these two people are. If those two people don't turn up, then I have Lynn, who is also known as Barry Collins.
Are you saying that those two people donated and then they just disappeared?
Well, one of them donated. Hang on, I'll tell you in the private chat.
Okay. We could maybe just keep calling out to them, because sometimes, I'm the same way. I'll turn on my live and then I'm cooking up some food really quick and I step away for a couple minutes and it's playing in the other room so I don't hear it. Who else is guilty of that out there? Put the live on, it's like playing in the other room. You've got to go get your shoes or something. You come back and you're like, oh no, what did I miss?
Okay, all right. Eliza. Okay, so Shawana, which one
There she is?
Which one are you? Which one did you send through? Are you sending it through under the name of Michelle or Shaquela? Could be Shaquela. Just let me know in the comments.
Okay, everybody, take a drink of water, please.
I have to go and get my water in a minute too.
Water break, everyone. Everybody gulp some water.
I didn't send anything for. Okay, so you said me. No, I got yours, Lynn, or Barry Collins. I got yours, but I need to find out who Shaquela is and who Michelle Maria V is. I need to put their names up again.
we can always come back to them and just keep announcing
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just read your comment. Okay. Huh.
I got it, Sherry. I got your money. Okay, all right. Let's get through this. We've got Eliza, and I think we can just knock those two guys off because nobody's letting me know about them. So Eliza, Liz, Barry, and then Sherry.
Okay. Melanie, why are you not taking us to the bathroom with you? I mean, I'm offended now. I'm offended. She said only when she has to use the bathroom. We don't get to go with her. You could miss something really important. You might have missed the breathing exercise or the reading book exercise. See?
Just had a bit of a loss. What to do next? I just feel completely empty, but won't last. But not sure what to do. Also have a twin flame if he comes up. I also have a twin flame if he comes up. Okay, all right, Eliza. Spirit, I just, okay, we can do this in tandem, I think. Eliza, I feel like you're spiritually exhausted. That's what they're telling me at the moment. She's exhausted. You are going through, there are a number of people that are going through a huge shift at the moment, all right? And that feeling of being lost is just, it's exhausting, fighting the negative battles fighting that negative energy all the time. It's exhausting. And, you know, what I want to say is just keep fighting against this every day. And that's what, you know, it creates that sense of being lost. It creates that, like, why the fuck am I here? Why am I always fighting against some sort of negativity? So they're just telling me that you're spiritually exhausted. That's what they've said. So they're just saying, can you please be gentle with yourself? Okay, be as gentle as you possibly can with yourself. It's it's frustrating. All right. Hi, Melanie. It is tiring. All right. So, I feel like there's a rain cloud over the top of you. All right. I feel like there's a cloud that follows you around. And what I want to say to you is that cloud is going to be shifted, but you just have to be gentle with yourself, and you just have to allow that cloud to follow you around for a little bit longer. I just feel, they're even saying to me for the next couple of weeks, just be gentle on yourself. I don't know what's going on with the energies, but we're just being attacked from, you know, above, from in front, from beside, from underneath. It just feels like it's coming from everywhere. So just do the very best you can with yourself. All right. Just go through your day and just be as gentle as you can, as long as it will go. All right. And yes, Natasha, it's a test. It is definitely a test. And this is what I was saying to you before. It's a test to make sure that you have, because we're coming into something is coming in, and they need to find the people who are strong. So please just keep making sure that you do this. Just be gentle on yourself, but just keep moving forward, each one step at a time. Even if you feel like you're going backwards, you're not going backwards, because in the act of going forward and then stepping back, you are still going forward. And I hope that makes sense to you. All right, you never go backwards. Eliza, I also feel that, like, you've got somebody in your life that is a male energy that is not listening to what you have to say. I don't know who that is, but he's making me all hot and bothered. Absolutely makes sense. Yeah. Absolutely a test. I just don't know what direction to go. No, you don't have to know what direction to go in next, Eliza. All right. It's not being shown to you at the moment. All right. You need to take that break. So it's not being shown to you at the moment. Don't push through it. All right. It will be shown to you when they're ready to show it to you. My ex, I don't care. Not my problem anymore. Yeah, but I know it's not your problem, but you're still thinking about it. Right? It still feels like it's pulling at you. You gave it everything that you possibly could have, and that's the end of that. That's another one of these things that feels like that heavy energy around you. Yes, Natasha, divine timing, so keep calm. Yes, exactly. Just allow it to be what it is. I just feel like there's also somebody that you need to say something to this person. And I know you keep saying that it's not your problem anymore, but it feels like you've still got something that needs to be spoken. And all you want, I feel like you want to throw a pie in his face. I feel like you want to throw that great big custard pie or whatever it is so that it just hangs off his face. That's what I'm picking up for you at the moment, Eliza. It feels like you just want to throw something at him. Obviously not going to hurt him, but because he's not listening, and you just want to be heard by him. That's what it feels like, and that's what it feels like, that energy. Yes, you can't be bothered with him anymore. It's not your energy anymore, but it still feels like it's there. Yeah, that'd be your twin. Do you have a twin, Eliza? Or you mentioned something before about a twin flame. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Your twin. However this resonates, it doesn't really matter. However it resonates with you, Eliza, this is the information that's coming through for you, all right? In this particular instance, they're saying to me that you've done as much as you possibly can, and there's not much more that you can do, but you do feel like throwing that pie in his face. I'm picking up a male energy. Twin flame, okay. Sandra.
So I got it's interesting because 2 of the 3 cards I pulled were the same as the last person we read for. We were talking about the quicksand. Mm-hmm. So again, it was like throat chakra and resorting to vices or doing things that aren't necessarily the healthiest as a form of stress release. So be aware of the fact that you also may have and I shuffled and everything, you guys, so it's there's some sort of advice that you may seek out during this time to help you get through, but it's not necessarily the best thing. And also that collectively with your throat, with her throat, and a lot of the message I got was like, why am I getting throats? And it's like, it seems to be coming in through the energy. We seem to be swallowing it or breathing it in. I'm not sure, but it seems like our necks are susceptible right now. Our throats are susceptible. So I think that's what I wanted to say about that. But what I also wanted to say was that there's somebody that's passed over that's a paternal. And so it'd be someone on your father's side. It's a male, definitely a male, very intense eyes. Like, I feel like when he looks at you, it's like he looks at you like very he's really paying attention. And he has stepped forward and is kind of like looking over you right now. And is feeling very protective over you. And I don't know if he normally is in your life, but he is definitely keeping an eye on you right now. So that is somebody on your father's side, on your paternal side. It could be a grandpa, or it could be a great grandpa, or it could be an uncle. I'm feeling grandpa, but maybe your grandpa hasn't passed over. So I'm feeling grandfather of some sort, but it's definitely going to be on your father's side.
Guy with the top hat?
Huh?
Guy with the top hat, she says.
Oh, I'm not paying attention to his clothes, but his eyes, the eyes. You know who I'm talking about. If you know when he looks at you, it's like so. I mean, when he looks at me, it's like he's looking through me. Okay, it's like, it's kind of like it's not creepy at all. It's just really like he's really concentrating on you, and he's concerned about you right now, and he's just kind of stepped in to be close by, and I think help out any way he can. So I just wanted to let you know that he's there. That was weird because I usually have to like solicit them. Caroline knows I have to like go ask him a question, and he just kind of stepped forward and wanted you to know he was around.
She says, all good. I've got a new guide, but I haven't seen his eyes. Okay. It doesn't feel to me like it's somebody new. It feels like it's somebody as
it's familial. It's familial,
yes.
but it's somebody that's not normally around her. I mean, it would be new to her because it's not someone that's usually just hanging out with her. It's someone that stepped in. So it could even be a grandfather she didn't meet, like a great grandfather or something like that. But I do feel like it is someone related to you and very caring. I mean, so protective over you. So, yeah, hopefully you can figure out who that is that I'm talking about.
Eliza, you were asking something, and I've gone. It's way up the chat there somewhere about your twin flame. Can you just tell me what it was that you wanted to know about this person? You were saying before that was the person you felt like throwing the pie at their face.
She said if he comes up, like if you pick him up in the reading. I don't think she had a really specific question about him.
You know, sometimes people say that sometimes with your twin flame, it feels like you're meeting yourself all over again. It feels like, you know, there's lots of similarities that the two of you have, and that there's a deep connection between the two of you. There's a real intense soul connection. Are you still with this person? Yes, it's kind of like a mirror. It's like meeting yourself. I'm not sure that there's much coming up with this person. I don't even know whether this person is in your life anymore. I don't feel like you've got anything to say to this particular person. Okay, I walked away. It was time. I needed space to balance myself. I'm at the point where that I loved him, but I don't care. I've balanced me now. Okay, so he gave you the lessons, between the two of you when you were together. He gave you the lesson. You had a lesson given from him. He also took away from that particular relationship lessons of his own. It was something that may have come across from a previous life as well that wasn't able to be completed, and in this life you chose to walk away, and that is fine because that means that it is finished for you. I don't feel like there's any karmic ties with that anymore. I don't feel like there's anything left to resolve. There's a little bit that he's got to go on his own journey, just like you have. You've balanced yourself out now because you're not with that particular person. He had some really narrow-minded views about certain things, and that to me wasn't who you were, even though that sense of self, that sense of familiarity was there with him. He did have these views that you weren't going to take on board. Yeah. So yeah, not much is coming up with him.
I agree with everything Caroline said. What I will say is this, is that when you do meet your twin flame, they say that we are one. You and your twin flame were one entity, energy, soul, whatever you want to call it, flame. And the flame separated into two flames, but they were still of one flame. And they chose to go into the life separately so they could learn individually And when the twin flames come together, not everyone gets to meet their twin flame, but when they do come together, there's a lot of combativeness, and there's a lot of that twin flame came into your life to show you something, to teach you something, break apart something so that something new could come out of it. And most of the time, a twin flame will not be our soulmate. A twin flame is not someone we generally grow old with and are happy and are old in the old folks' home. It's usually someone that comes in and disrupts everything in our lives and shakes things up for our betterment. Yeah, exactly. So I will say this though. You don't know who your twin flame is until they come in, right? When they come in, they turn your world upside down, and you will never not know them again.
Yeah.
I mean, that even though your twin flame is in another state, in another country, or passed over, you still feel them because they are literally half of who you are. So if you're still feeling him and you're like thinking about it, that can be a little difficult at times because it actually can interfere with like relationships you're having now or are going to have. So just know it's okay. It's okay to think about them and know and say, I can still feel them. It's just because that's half of who you were, right? We were talking earlier, Caroline, about kids when you have children and they come through you. I feel like there's something similar to that. You guys can call me crazy or call me out and correct me if I'm wrong. But if you're someone that's been a mother and you're someone that's been someone that got to meet their twin flame, it's a different feeling, but there are parallels to it where even when the child goes out and goes on their own, you still can in a weird way you can feel them. And I think even with your twin flame, when they're no longer in your life, you can still feel them, and it's okay. And just know that it's okay to miss that person and love that person, but also remind yourself of why they're not in your life at this point.
Yes.
Sorry, that was a really long answer.
No, that's okay. Yes. Okay. So Eliza.
Yeah. Okay. Catching up on my reading right now. Thank you, Sonia.
Eliza, seriously, when you get to know me, guys, you know that I don't remember any previous readings. So, Eliza, they're telling me that you need to step up with your spirituality. You need to sit in your own personal power a little bit more. You are giving your power to other people, and they want you to make sure that you keep your power for yourself for the moment. Stop giving so much at the expense of yourself. It's okay to give to other people, but you also have to give that to yourself as well. So please look after yourself. And sometimes when they show me that, they show me people that are in a bed and I just don't feel like getting up out of bed, and they just feel like they're stuck, which is, it's kind of like the theme tonight. People are feeling stuck at the moment.
Can I just get a thumbs up in the comments if you're one of those people that have those days recently more often than others? Can I get a thumbs up in the comments? Because, man, I got a thumbs up right here, and it's nice to know I'm not the only one that's feeling like I'm trying to walk through quicksand, just walking across the mall parking lot. I mean, and have you guys noticed too, like, being around people is much more difficult for me now than it was before. Like just coming into like a store, I will sometimes avoid it. I've never been that kind of person. And I feel like I can't afford the energy exchange right now, which is really weird. So I find myself being a hermit and going hiking in the gorge by myself out in nature in the middle of the woods because I just can't afford to be around people. And it's like, why am I thinking these thoughts? So if you guys can relate, please let me know, because then I know I'm not the only crazy person.
Definitely,
Caroline's
definitely,
giving the thumbs up.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, and a lot of you will know. And I had somebody say to me today, "You need to get out of the house." Well, yeah, I'll get out of the house, and I'm going down to the beach next week. But I just, it's really hard. And yes, I need to go out and do the shopping, and I need to go out and get clothes, and I don't like going there. So I always look to find out when people aren't going to be there,
Yeah.
and when there's going to be less people. So I'll either go at like in the morning or later on in the day when I know people aren't going to be there, that they'll be at work or they're busy picking up kids and things like that. That way I don't have to. Well, even so much as walking past somebody. It's just, the energy of when they walk past you is enough to set me off sometimes. And it's
Yeah.
just, I don't want to go out.
And this is the funny thing, you guys, you have to understand about Caroline, is that Caroline has always been pretty reserved and introverted by nature, and she isn't a person that's just out and about in the world. Okay. On the other hand, you've got me over here, who normally I can go in front of a stage of 1,000 people. I literally sang with a live band on a stage like 2 weeks ago. Okay. And I could dance in front of a crowd, and I can speak, and I can do I can do all that. Okay. I'm much more what you would say outgoing or extroverted than Caroline is. But even for me, I'm like, it's like someone telling me to go buy a Tesla when I can only afford a Toyota. And I'm telling them, no, I can't afford the Tesla. I got to go with the Toyota. I can't afford it. Right now, energetically, I have to think about everything I'm doing every day and ask myself, can I afford it energetically?
Yeah.
Can I afford to go face the people at the mall? Can I afford to do the grocery shopping? If I feel like I can't, you guys, I just don't. I just find something in my cupboard that I can eat that day and go to nature or something in the backyard, right? Because like you guys, if you can't afford it, it's okay. Just practice self-care and listen to yourself and know that tomorrow will be different because it fluctuates. I feel like the energy is fluctuating. So there are other days where you get up and you go, okay, I think I can do this. But breath, water, eating good, and avoiding the alcohol and the drugs and all the stuff that's gonna really
you get through.
Yeah, it's gonna make the energy even more difficult. So
all right, so we have Liz Wakers or Wakers. I prefer to say Wakers. I don't know why. I hope I'm saying it the right way, Liz.
Sammy said spiritually spent. Sammy, get a t-shirt. I'll buy it. Make a t-shirt. Because girlfriend, I need $1. I need a dollar sign with a 0. And I need it to say spiritually spent. And I need to wear that t-shirt. So when people go, Sandra, I could be like, spiritually spent. I'm at 0 right now, you guys.
You're so welcome, Eliza. You're so welcome. Nope, it's wrong. Okay, so I'm saying it the wrong way. Liz Wackers, is that how you say it? Wackers.
Wacker or Waker?
She says Wakers is the wrong way. Usually Wakers is with 1K, but Liz Wackers, yeah. Okay. Kathleen Connor reading, please. Kathleen, if you'd like to put in a donation, please do that. It's pinned at the bottom of the chat. We're doing donated readings at the moment.
Oh, Leticia wants a massage. Hey, Leticia, I need a massage too. I need a massage. Can someone come in and just take care of it real quick for me? I'm so sorry.
That's fine, Liz. I just needed to. I have my name when I was growing up was Dutch. I have 2 Dutch parents, so yeah, I get Dutch.
So how do you say it?
Wackers.
Wackers.
Yes.
Wackers. Okay.
Wackers.
Like cracker. Whacker, cracker.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Something
Okay.
Inflation.
Sammy. Me up. Oh God.
Okay, so where are we? Liz.
Leticia, let's go. Massage day. Spa day for you and I. Let's go.
Vacas. Vacas.
Okay. Does Liz have a particular? Are we reading for her right now?
Yes, we are.
Let me get back on track.
Liz, and I can't find those other two people. So
Okay.
after Liz is Barry Collins, also known as Lynn, and then Sherry Rice.
Okay. Oh, look at Sonia. Sonia's like, you're right. Hey, I'm feeling like that's usually my job. Like, hey, by the way.
Sonia's she always does that for me. She's just a wonderful person.
I know. Leticia, massage. Let's do it, girl. I'm in Portland, Oregon. Come on out here.
The Newcastle called Whackers. Is anyone coming through yet? When you say is anyone coming through yet, are you talking about from the other side, from a different dimension, somebody that's passed over? Yes.
Ooh, happy birthday, Natasha. Okay, Leticia, I'm coming to South Africa then. Okay, for spirit. So I think she's asking if there's a spirit that's coming through. I don't generally, I'll just speak for myself. I got a really weird one a couple of readings ago where the guy came forward. But like in general, if you want me to ask, I need a name and like a kind of a question, a yes or no question. But Caroline's better. Like she doesn't need that kind of stuff. For me to ask the rods, which are right here. There they are, guys. There are the rods. I can ask a question for you if you have a yes or no question and the person's name. They will talk to the other side. Very scary. No, not really. Oh, to be 40 again. I hear you, Sonia. Breaking down. We're falling apart, Sonia. Usually he just pops up. Okay. Well, maybe Caroline will get it then.
And usually the longer I spend talking to a person, the more that they come through. But the first words that were given to me was there's somebody there that's interested in bicycles. They're not as in motorcycle. They just have an interest in bikes. I don't know who this person is, Liz, whether it's got to do with you or not, but they're showing me bicycles. They're showing me bikes. Tell them bikes. So whoever it is that has somebody passed over that was interested in bikes, doing them back up again, or making sure that I don't know, they just had an interest in bikes, whether they went on bike rides. I'm just trying to pick it up. I'm also getting a mustache, like, the ones that you wind up at the sides, that somebody's playing with a mustache. Yes,
you mean like the handlebar mustache?
Those ones that go up.
I love those.
That's that's what I'm picking up.
Oh, they all have
okay, Liz. Okay. Okay. So, but
mustache.
I don't. Don't think that's for me. Okay. I'm just playing with it because it's there. Like I'm just picking up my mustache and I'm there with the mustache. Like I'm playing with it like this. Now, look, it could have been something that he had when he was younger, or they had when they were younger, but they're making me do this to my lips. So it could, they're not presenting as an old person to me. They're presenting as a younger version of themselves, and I don't know whether that's because they were hospitalized or they didn't get around much when they were older, but they're not presenting as an older person. They're presenting to me as a younger person. So it could have been, and they're doing it again, with this mustache, bikes and handlebars. Yeah, no idea who that is. Okay, all right. Well, we're just going to we need you to step aside for a minute because Liz doesn't. No. Oh, okay. They're saying no. You're not going to get rid of me that quickly. No. I'm saying right here. They're saying. So, all right. I'm just gonna. You can stay there, right? But you just have to hang. You just have to wait. Okay. All right. Just stop talking to me for a minute, okay? Liz, what question do you have to ask? Well, they're pushing down on my shoulders at the moment, so there must be something that you're very concerned about. It feels like there's an energy pushing down on my shoulders, and I can't seem to lift it off at the moment. I mentioned twice something that happened yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, this could be that energy that I'm talking about. It feels like they're pushing me down. Like it feels like I'm going down with this energy. It feels like they're pushing down on me. It doesn't feel, it feels like a heavy energy. It feels like and it doesn't, yes, it is some type of negative energy, but it's not a negative force. It's not an entity. It feels like it's just a negative energy that they're wanting you to work through. So what is it that you've got, what is it that you're dealing with at the moment that is, because it's giving me a backache. It's like it feels like it's a heavy energy that you need to deal with, that you don't want to deal with. People never believe me because my spiritual experiences and views differ from theirs. Yeah, it doesn't matter, Liz. That's probably why a lot of us are hermits, because people don't resonate with what we have to say, which is why it's important for you to find your tribe, and there is the twin ray thing. The twin ray. I'll have to have a think about that. Judgment. So either somebody is judging you, which it sounds like, or you're judging yourself as well for not being able, and they're saying to me not being able to fit in, and that's fine. You don't have to fit in. No, there's no box. So this, I'm sure Sandra wants to say something about this judgment, so I'm just going to let her.
I just want to read something. I want to read something in response to the judgment that you feel like is over you. It's your perception. Them judging you is your perception. You don't have to choose to receive it that way. And I want to read something to you. I'm not in control of all situations that come my way, nor am I in control of what others do and say. However, I do have free will as to how I respond. And sometimes the response is how we take it in internally. So I just want to say that whoever's judging you and for whatever you're doing, as long as you're not harming anybody else, they need to get off their soapbox and go about their day, because I'm sure they could find something better to do. But also it's about how you receive it. And sometimes, like Caroline was saying, we have to kind of let go. There's lots of people that don't agree with the things I agree with, and they don't believe in the things I believe, and I send them with love. I think that's great that you have your beliefs, as long as it's making you happy.
There's
But
a different frequency. That's
yeah. And if you're coming at me, if I'm judging you, Caroline, if I'm going to judge you and say, Caroline, you're crazy with all that tarot card stuff, that's crazy stuff that you're talking. And you're like, hey, Sandra, if you're doing your thing over there, that's cool. Like, I send you with love. Who's wrong? Who's wrong here? Because I'm over here like, bah, 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 bad, bad, you're bad, you're bad. And the other person's like, hey, I give you nothing but love. So sometimes the way we can receive it is just to like give it away with love and go, hey, it's okay that you feel differently. I think a lot of what's going on with this energy we've been talking about this whole time, you guys, it's causing the divisiveness that we see every day with politics, with religion, with all of these different situations we're going through. Everybody's fighting, and it has to do with the energy. So people are more ramped up, they're more angry, and they're more apt to react right now, which means you got to just take it down a couple notches and just remember one thing. It's not about you. It's about whatever's going on inside that person's ticker. Okay. So you can't control what that person thinks or does. You can only control how you react and how you receive it. And it'll make your life a lot easier when you realize that it really isn't about you. It's about them and something that they're struggling with. And that's all I got to say about that.
Liz, while Sandra was talking, sorry, I'll just read what you said. I asked how to determine I know what I am doing as a medium, and people answered totally different questions, and it triggered my never being heard trauma. And that is, you know, that is part of that's part of shadow work. Liz, finding out what those traumas, finding out what those triggers are, and obviously you know that what the trigger is and that you've never been heard, but you can't. What I'm trying to say is don't stay there. All right, move with that, move through that, because you will find a tribe that will hear you. All right, that will resonate with you. It's just that the people that you're speaking to at the moment, when you're being asked questions like this, are the people who are not on your frequency. I don't know how to add questions, how to ask questions. Obviously, I don't know how to ask questions. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Liz. And, you know, and sometimes it's as simple as that. You know, people say, well, I don't understand what you're saying. They're not on your frequency. All right. So you will find your tribe, and you will find the people that will understand you. You know, they're from very different frequencies. That's what I'm saying to you. All right. They're from very different frequencies. They are not on your frequency. Therefore, they don't understand what you're saying. All right. So you will find your tribe. The tribe will be on your frequency. And if they're not, then you just don't, sometimes it's not worth it. They're not ready to hear what you have to say. But do I know what I'm doing yet as a medium? Is it safe?
I think she's saying that she actually does mediumship and she has trouble with, tell me if I'm wrong, Liz, you do mediumship and people ask you, how do you know what you know? Or how do you know what you're doing? They're kind of questioning what you're coming up with. Is that true or not true? Because you're going to experience a lot of different frequencies when you do mediumship, believe me. A lot.
Yeah. Right. So, Liz, while you're writing, maybe I could just read out this card, because I was drawing the cards as Sandra was talking, and it's a card number 5, which talks about wisdom, and that's usually the Emperor. Sorry, it's usually the Hierophant card. This is what I mean. I get misunderstood all the time. Okay, so before I go into the card, the communication. So there will be a point in time where you will actually just step back and say, okay, well, how do I say it so that somebody understands what I'm saying? And sometimes when you try and tell somebody something and they don't understand, you have to find a different way of saying it, just like what you're doing in the comments here. You're saying you're being misunderstood all the time. So find a different way until you find a way to tell them. I actually, if you feel safe as a medium, and if you feel like you're getting the information that's coming through, and the information resonates with somebody, then then that is what they need to know at that particular time. But if it doesn't resonate with them, then I guess you would have to ask, where is this information coming from, and why am I being given this information to tell this particular person? You keep getting it wrong. Well, what I want you to say to yourself is, I'm getting it right. All right, I am getting it right.
Can I throw in something there, because I'm not quite sure if I'm understanding this correctly, but I will just say, for anyone that does mediumship, okay, that's really the only thing I do. That's really the only gift, if you want to call it a gift. The only capability I have is to be able to talk to dead people. And the one thing about that is that, got to remember, you guys, if you open a door and you ask for a loved one to come through, right? Someone could come through and not be that person. You need to understand that. When only angels can't lie, okay? But spirits that are just hanging out, sometimes and bored, they can come in and start answering questions. So always make sure, when you're going to do mediumship of any sort, when you first start out, and every time at the beginning of, and I did this tonight before I got on with Caroline. For me personally, I'm Christian, so I pray, but you could meditate. And the one thing I want you to make sure you do is you ask that only the divine or your angels or spirit guides would allow energy to come to you.
And she says she's been speaking to dead people for 20 years. So that tells me already that, Liz, that I don't even know why you're asking the question, can you work as a medium? Because you've been doing this for such a long time. Yes, you can work as a medium. And you're saying, about your protection. It is up to you to learn how to protect yourself. And, this card that I've got here, it talks about wisdom, and it is the Hierophant card. All right. It actually, it says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, the education, the knowledge, and the ability to be able to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that that you're so much more than the physical being, that you're a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may also be drawn. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or a group, i.e., your tribe, to find that organization or group of like-minded souls, because that is where your growth is going to be. Yeah. If you have trouble verbalizing what it is that you need to tell people, I think that the best thing for you would be to find somebody that can show you how to verbalize what it is that the messages that you're getting. You can work with them to like, you tell that person what the energy that you're receiving and what is being asked or being told to you to give to somebody, and then that person can actually tell you how to offer it to the person that you're reading for.
Great advice.
I fired my guides and helpers.
What?
Do that, Liz. They'll be back.
My guide and helpers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And you asked him to join him. Nick Brown comes to mind, and he's in my circle as a leader. And this is my sorry, I am not having trouble with giving messages. You get me totally wrong. Okay. This is my problem. Okay. All right. I'm kind of a little bit lost then. As far as I'm concerned, you are a medium and you can work as a medium. You just have to learn to protect yourself. Liz, what I want you to do is I want you to just tell me what your question is with what you're writing up now. As I try as hard as I can to explain. Just tell me what your question is now in the next chat. And from that, I will tell you what I see.
As we wait patiently.
Basically.
You know, people going through situations similar to Liz, you guys, grounding is always a key element in all of this.
Okay, well, that's a completely different off-subject question.
Okay. She wants to know what to do with her boyfriend.
That's very different than the subject that we were on.
Well, I think they were both concerns. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. What to do with the boyfriend? Again, it's got to do with communication, they're telling me. Complete misunderstanding, partnerships and alliances.
Sonia cracks me up. Oh, Sonia.
You've said right the way through this reading, Liz, that you are misunderstood. And they're just telling me through the relationship that you are misunderstood as well. All right. The verbalizing of what it is that you need to get across is something that is one of your life lessons. And I don't know how you feel about going to see a relationship counselor. But what I'm getting is that he's not the only, you're both having trouble communicating with each other. It's not just one person or the other. It's the two of you together. At least you understand the question.
One of the two, I don't know if it's her or him. Their arms are crossed. They're mad. They're kind of almost like pouting, and they're narrow-minded and refusing to see like anything other than their way. So I don't know if that's you or if that's the boyfriend, but one of you is just being really, the word I want to find is obstinate in the relationship.
Yes.
Like it's gonna, both of you. Well, that's a winning combination right there, folks.
Which is what I said before. It doesn't feel like one. It feels like both of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing this.
Yes, and she's saying that a relationship counselor isn't going to work. Well, you guys have to find a way through this. You have to find twin rays.
Could be like twin flames, is what she's mentioning.
Okay, all right. So you have to find a way through this. If you are both not even considering splitting up, you will need to find a way through this. I was only just discussing this with another client today about strategies of how to communicate. And sometimes it is very difficult to communicate how you feel without the other person getting angry or mad. It's because you feel unheard. Very unheard, but you both feel unheard towards the other. She doesn't want a mediator, Sammy. She can't do mediation. Do we keep trying or do we split up? If you can't go and see somebody or you can't find a way through this, I really don't see an alternative. But, I would try everything you possibly could before you decide to split up.
I mean, the question is, if neither one is hearing the other, how can they find a way through that if they you have to be willing to make sacrifices in any relationship, and you have to be willing to compromise. But if neither side is willing to hear the other, which would be just like a couple of twin flames, if I ever heard. But, yeah.
Want to, but we can't because he has special circumstances. You want to what? You want to make this work, or you want to split up, and he has special circumstances. I am willing to hear. Yes, but when you're willing to hear, are you able to do something about it? Is he willing to hear you as well?
Yeah, both sides. It doesn't work if just one person's willing to compromise and work, the relationship can't work in the long run. It might work for a very short period of time as long as you're doing what he wants and fitting to his needs. But if he's not willing on his side, long term, it's not going to work, unfortunately. Yeah, two-way street. Exactly, Sonia. Two-way street. It's got to be, you guys. No relationship's ever going to be 50-50, but if it's always, 90% you're giving everything and 10% no, it just doesn't work in the long run, right?
I think we're confusing things again, and she's being misunderstood again. Counselling or help, which is what I mentioned before, Liz. If you can't do the counselling, which you said before, you can't do the counselling. No, that is not what is going on. And yep, to whatever you just said.
Yeah, I mean, special circumstances.
Misunderstood. Yeah, misunderstood. But it's about. You need to go into a little bit more detail, all right, Liz? So sometimes people pick out words from what you say. And when you say, no, that's not what's going on, and then, you say misunderstood, well, it's time to put a few more words together so that people...
Okay, that makes sense. She doesn't want to say too much on the forum because of I get you, Liz. I get you.
All right. You know what my messenger is, Liz. I seriously don't think we can keep going with this because it doesn't feel like we're getting anywhere with it. So we may have to leave that one.
I'm the same way, Liz. That's why I did a private with Caroline because, I had personal things I was going through and didn't feel like sharing them with the entire world. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's see. Can I share that information with Sandra in the private chat, Liz? What spirit wants me to know? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So what spirit is telling me, what my guides are saying to me, is that this information that that you're picking up or that you're receiving through your mediumship skills doesn't need to be shared with anybody else. This feels like it is something that is they're saying to me, what does it matter who knows or who doesn't know? I'm kind of getting somebody on their knees at the moment. And that could possibly be you. It could be the spiritual part of you saying, I just need to understand. You're being given the information, and like elite knowledge, yeah, it explains a lot. Okay, we'll just wait for Sandra.
Okay. Here's what I got is that there's an incredibly heavy energy with how are we addressing this? There's an incredibly heavy energy with your partner. I'll refer to them as that. And they are, it's literally affecting you right now, whether you know it or not, but that's what's going on there. So before, I have to be careful how I word this. Before you guys can move on to where you're supposed to be, there's something unresolved that you need to finish here. That's what I've got, that there will be no movement either to be together or to be apart until you've resolved something that's going on. And there's an incredibly heavy energy on you. Like as soon as I felt that energy, it was like a huge weight on me. So I don't know what that thing is that you're supposed to finish off, resolve, have closure on before you guys can go to where you're supposed to be, if that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense to you.
She asked the question, what part needs healing, childhood or past life? I think it's both. And then she says, so can she do mediumship? Yes, so far as I'm concerned, Liz, you can. Be discerning about the information that you give out. That's what I'm being asked to remind you. As a medium, you need to be very mindful of what you tell people, because sometimes it scares them. It scares the person that you're reading for. So you have to be mindful of what you're saying.
Yeah. And you will hear, sometimes they'll tell you something that you don't necessarily, it's not going to, sometimes you just don't want to, it's not a good idea to share it. It's not going to help the situation any. So like, why share it? You know? So you'll develop your discernment for that. Okay.
Yes.
I had to get a little into because I got heavy for a second. Hold on. I'll be right
back. Liz, we are clearing you as well, darling. All right? Clearing, Liz.
That's some heavy energy right there.
All the energy that is no longer serving Liz.
Sorry for everybody left in the meantime. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I think that was the longest reading we've ever done. Ever.
I don't even know when it started. I didn't even
know.
have
it was the longest.
I would not
ever.
know.
It was like 5 readings in one.
All right. No. Okay. So those 2 people aren't there. Lynn, are you still here? Lynn?
Lynn fell asleep. Wake up, Lynn.
She's there now. Here she is. She's using Barry Collins, so her name is Lynn.
Okay.
And then we've got Sherry Rice after that. And I think,
Woo!
Okay.
I'm exhausted.
It was hard.
I can't even imagine what it's like for Liz, because just stepping into her energy is exhausting. I mean, just like so heavy. So heavy.
I don't even know. See, Liz, usually I put timestamps on for people, and I haven't been doing timestamps tonight. Not one person has a timestamp on it, so I don't even know when I started your reading. So I've got to go and get myself a glass of water. So
Yeah, right. I lit some incense. I'm like clearing the energy.
Hi, Brianna. Hi, Becky.
Hi, Becky.
Okay. Any questions, Lynn?
If you say just a general, after what we just went through.
Oh, dear me.
Oh.
Sherry, you're up.
Hi, Sherry.
Have it lifted from me. Thank you, but thank you.
We lifted the weight. It all came to us. Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah, do garners. Oh God, I'm terrible at trying to figure out. Oh, yeah, do a general.
No, general. Oh.
Yes, Lynn, I'll go and get myself some water. Any messages from Barry? Barry is her husband who passed over a little while back, and she wanted to know if there were any messages from him.
Have I talked to Barry before? Have I talked to him before?
I don't know.
Lynn, have I talked to Barry?
When you say cute dudes coming in, Lynn, you've actually said that. I've heard you say that before, and you may have said it the last time I read for you. Do you mean that there's a cute dude coming into your life, or are you saying that Barry is a cute dude that is coming in from the other side? Explain yourself, woman. I think you might have, honey, Sandra Lang.
Sandra Lang.
No, she's not. No, the wrong one. Wrong Sandra.
No, but
D.
Something feels familiar about this situation. Like I'm having a deja vu.
Yeah, same here. I've got to go and get myself a glass of water.
Go ahead, get some water. Get some water.
One for Sandra. Yeah. So what's with this cute dude stuff?
Yeah. And can you give me your yes or no question?
Not Sandra Lang. Barry's playing little shit. Yeah. No. Well, you probably have Sandra. It's Sandra
I feel
D.
like I have. It would have been a long time ago, though. Like it would have been right in the beginning when I was doing mediumship. I feel like.
So once again, Lynn, yes, cute coming, but what do you mean? Cute into the physical life? Explain.
Or he is handsome, possibly.
Yeah, I think that's what she means by cute. I think what she's trying to get is she's trying to figure out whether Barry's going to be okay with it. As far as I'm concerned, he's going to be okay with it.
So Barry was her husband, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, is her husband, I guess. Okay.
Cute dude coming from the physical. That's better. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. We just need to be on the right track here.
Are you saying, is she saying that there's new guys coming into the picture?
There is a new guy coming in and he's cute. So that for her, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think the reason why you want to know if anything's coming in from Barry is you want his blessing, so to speak. Yay! What do you say all the time?
Okay, I'm going to take that as the yes or no question.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to take that as the yes or no question.
Yeah.
Just to see what he has to say. I feel like I've talked to him. I feel like I know him already. Okay.
Okay, so one of the cards, while Sandra is doing that, one of the cards that I picked up for you is card number 19, Lynn, and it speaks about light. Okay. This particular card here, I want you to have a good look at that while I'm reading this for you. It says that no matter what's happening around you, prosperity and bliss are promised. The qualities of this brilliant card are pleasure, happiness, contentment, growth, success, joy, and illumination. The light always brings forth new birth, a constant renewal of life. This is one of the best, if not the most positive cards in the deck, and it's yours, Lynn. It's yours. This is now your moment to shine. The radiance from within will be there for all to see as people become attracted to the rays of your spiritual light. And by being compassionate, generous, inspiring, and a leader, many will benefit from the feel of the warmth emanating from you. Be discerning, but also open up whatever or to whoever you are being attracted to, for the rays reach far and wide. So that tells me that not only is Barry saying it's okay for you to move ahead, because the physical reality is a physical reality, is separate from where he is from, where he is. He's basically saying, you do what you need to do. I'll still be watching over you. All I want is your happiness. And, you know, and as it feels like it's something that anybody could say to you, but that's what's being said. Birthday was the 19th. I'm so ready. Yeah. This card is basically like the sun card in the normal tarot. Okay. So they're just saying to you, you have so much to look forward to. Then you've got this triumphant success card. You've got the usually the ace of swords, which means that there are certain things that you need to remove from your life physically. I'm not talking about Barry here, but there are certain things that you're going to have to put into play, and there are certain things that you have to remove from your life. There are certain things that have to be that no longer serve you. So remove them, because they're stopping you. They're in your way. They're also talking to me about you doing some sort of meditation, and that this meditation is going to get you more in touch with your spirituality. They're also saying that the mediumship skills that you've got now will also increase. And yes, Barry is going to be there for you. He's going to be one of your guys. He's going to be there to give you information. All he wants for you is your happiness and your success. And he doesn't want you to stand in your own way, because he said you have a habit of doing that. He said you have a habit of standing in your own way, and that's the last thing that you need at the moment. So can you please ease up on yourself and get out of your own way? You're going through loads of transformations at the moment. You're seeing things, you're feeling things that not necessarily have been felt before. This is because it's your time. You're transforming. If, it's almost like he's pushing the wind. He's pushing the wind on. I can feel it. He's pushing the wind onto he's just the air. He's blowing air on my face. So he's go with it. There's that again. There it is again. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with it. He's there with you. He doesn't want you to put your foot on the accelerator. He's saying, don't be scared about moving. Be aware that, whatever you come across is meant to be seen by you. It's meant to be felt by you. It's meant to be harnessed by you. Get out of your own way, he keeps saying. Just move out of the way. It's like you're looking at yourself and you're standing in front of yourself, and all you need to do is just get this person out of the way so that you can keep moving. Sandra.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I have a strong suspicion I've spoken to him once before, because he came right through. Like, there was no hesitation at all. And I will say that you guys have one of the healthier. This is going to sound weird. You have one of the more functional relationships when it comes to people that have crossed over with partners here. A lot of times there's a lot of heaviness, there's a lot of negativity, and it's like they just need to move on. That is not the way it is for him at all. And he's got quite a sense of humor, because I said to him, okay, well, I probably already know the answer to this, but like, are you okay with her, like, being with someone else now that you've crossed over? And he was totally fine with it. He almost was like, explaining it to me or showing it to me like it's the second string, like on a football team where you have like a football team and then like you've got the main players. I don't really follow football, but got the main team, and then you got the ones that sit on the bench and they're like the fill-ins. Okay. It was like that. Like, I don't know if you call it second string. Like, it's almost like they're the second string. They're like, the fill-ins. Yeah, sure. I mean, somebody's going to come in. I want her to be, find somebody, but it's like, it's never going to be me. And he said that you guys have spent many lifetimes together. So it's like, you guys have been partners many lifetimes. So he was like, yeah, I want her to be happy. I mean, it's not going to ever be me, but yeah, go ahead. Like, yeah, sure. Bring in the second string or the second fiddle. And then I said, so are you helping? Are you helping draw the person? And he was like, hell no. Like he is not. He cut that off right away. So he has nothing to do, because sometimes sometimes partners will kind of help direct or bring in someone for that person. He's not doing that though. So it's funny because he's like, I don't care. That's fine. Let her be with somebody because it's not me. And we've been together for lifetimes and we'll be together for lifetimes. So I'm fine with that. But like, no, I'm not going to go like campaign for one, if that's what you're saying, Sandra. So it was kind of funny. He's got a good sense of humor. He's a cool dude. He's got a good, his life energy is very strong, even though it's almost like as if you were to tell me he was living, I might have believed it, because people feel differently when they've crossed over. But I still feel like he's got a lot of life energy. I don't really know what that is. Maybe because of you or something. I don't know. Weird. But he did ascend. He just comes back as he needs to for you. So it's a very functional, healthy, if there ever was such a thing as one person being on the other side and one person being in the physical realm, if there was such a thing as a healthy relationship with that, I would say it's about as healthy as it's going to get. So I hope you find the person that will keep you company and keep you happy until you guys are rejoined again. Yeah, it's very functional. If that's even possible. I'm never a big fan of hearing that somebody on the other side is really close with someone here, because it's like there's usually a weird situation going on, but it feels pretty okay to me.
I just have to look up a word because they gave me a word. They're saying that you're going to be very pragmatic about this. And I didn't know what that, I mean, I've used that word before, but I had to make sure that I was giving you the right word. It says dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations. So that tells me that you're a very pragmatic person, Lynn, and you know what it is and how to deal with these things. And you know that he's supportive of you in the spiritual world. You know that he wants the very best for you, and you would never invite somebody into your life that didn't resonate with you, that didn't feel like he was on the same vibration as you. So just get to it and just let it happen. It's like they're cheering you on. They want you to be that woman that is pragmatic. Use that to your benefit.
That's a good word for the situation. Yeah.
Now, like, wow, exciting. Yeah. I think, Lynn, the last time I read for you, I mentioned something about clearing out the old shit and allowing new things to come in. Are you still cleaning? It feels like you're cleaning out your house. Did I say something about that? Because I get this feeling of deja vu now. Like, did I tell you this last time I read for you? I just feel like you're doing a lot of clearing out. And it must have been you, because I said something about the fact that I could actually take this on board myself and do some of that myself. I have been. Okay. All right. Okay. Just keep doing what you're doing, because they're totally on board with you. They've got your back. and there's no reason for you, they're saying, to feel like you're trapped anymore. For some reason, you were feeling like you were being trapped before, or that you felt like you'd put yourself inside this cage. They don't want you to be like before when I said to you, get out of your own way. Get out of that cage, lift your head up and just know that you're on the right road, that you're on the right path.
Yeah, Lynn, if you want friends to come over, offer beer and pizza. It always works. Have a pizza party.
Glass of wine for me, please.
There you go. Just offer food and drink and they will come. Okay. When you're done, I just want to give Melanie a quick message.
Yes, no, I am just about done, Lynn, for you. I don't think there's much more coming through. Get out of that cage, woman. Just get out of the cage. And they want you to make sure that you have your life in balance. They're giving me the number 11. I've been seeing lots of 11s lately, but they are giving me the number 11. And they're saying that you need to remember when you see the number 11, when you actually see it being placed in front of you, like in your car or a time, or in the morning when you wake up and you look at the home screen on your phone and you see 11 or multiples of 11s or multiples of 1s, they want you to hone in on that exact moment about the feelings that you were having at that point when you saw the 11. And whatever you do, you can't fib to yourself, like what was coming through for you. And they want you to cancel the thought, delete the thought if it was negative, and transmute it into positive energy. And because you're being given somebody positive in your life, and they want you to just you guys are going to be really good together. That's all I have to say. And she's a quick typer too. Sorry, I had my eyes shut. I'm not even looking at any of this. I'm off. I've opened the cage. Good. I'm glad, because I just see you behind, behind what looks like a jail cell. I'm glad you're out and you've opened the cage.
I feel like she's on it. I feel good vibes around her.
Yeah. Great advice. Yes, and positive. Okay. All right, Lynn. That was for you. Thank you so much. It feels like it's a lot shorter, but it feels like it was given to you in a way that you'll completely understand what's going on. And thank you so much for your donation. Whoop, 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 whoop. And next time when you're on the live, Lynn, when you're on a live, I want you to not be in the corner down here. Hang on, wait a minute. Down here in the corner somewhere, showing your beautiful house over on the other side. I want you to be in the middle.
I want to see her. I've never seen her in a live.
Yes, she does her own lives and she does her own medium. She brings through messages for people.
Oh, that's so cool.
Huh?
That's so cool. I did not know that. Can I give Melanie just a super quick message? Because I know she's not in for a reading, but just really quickly, Melanie, I wanted to address what you said about your husband. I don't want you to walk, girl. I want you to run for the hills. Okay. That guy does not love you. He does not suddenly love you. You need to get a book and you need to learn about narcissism, because people that are abusive are narcissists and sometimes sociopaths and sometimes psychopaths, and they operate all in similar fashion, just to different levels. So run for the hills if that guy is telling you that he suddenly loves you, okay? He wants something from you and he's getting ready to manipulate you. Escape, and also get yourself some help, because you will repeat the pattern that you had with him for the whatever years you guys were together. You will repeat the pattern with the next relationship if you do not break free. And what I'm hearing is you have not dealt with that enough. You may have sought some sort of treatment or books. You need to keep going. And good luck to you, and stay away from that guy. quick
And
little,
hopefully she was still
quick little
here.
thing. Sorry.
That's okay. That was for Melanie.
Yeah.
Time
If she's
scan
still here, she got it.
3.03. Melanie McMahon from Sandra. Stay away.
Walk, run, don't walk.
Yeah.
Get a Tesla and just drive that thing away as fast as you can.
Yeah. I agree with Sandra, Melanie, and I don't think she's here anymore.
Okay. Well, if she comes back later, she might see it.
I might message her if I think about it later. Okay, Sherry Rice, are you here?
Sherry, baby. We lost Caroline. Sherry.
I just had
Oh, there she is. She's here.
Oh wow. Okay. Hang on a minute.
Oh, I'm gonna be under here. I'll be back.
I've been working with the government for so long. I want to leave it so bad, but have lots of bills and waiting to see if I get 100% disability from the government, and want to work full time doing holistic work, and then work towards my B&B spiritual retreat, and work with special needs children and help them understanding their gifts, and have my son Ashton help them understand and also and gave Ashton help them learn how to ride horses and farm animals on a property. Wow, Sherry. Wow. That's heaps. That's heaps, woman. You've got a government job. You got lots of bills to pay. Okay, so what's stopping you from starting some of this now, Sherry, so that you can kind of integrate it, so that you can move from one into the other with a more smooth transition? What is stopping you from doing it that way? You need to pay these bills, and for some reason you feel like if you get into this, whatever it is that you need to get into, that you're not going to have the money to be able to provide for these bills. Wherever you are. Let me see where you are, Sherry.
She sounds like she's going through the process of trying to get disability. And if she gets that, she would like to move into it. And Sherry, I'll tell you that I don't work for the government. I don't have anything to do with this, but I will tell you that it is a big, there's a large consensus of people. And I'm not going to name exactly what it is I'm referring to, but there's a large consensus that things that you're talking about, healing centers, schools, retreats, are going to be funded by the government in the next few years. And it's going to become a huge thing that you'll be able to get government funding, or you'll get help, or you'll get like tax exemption, like really cool situations that are going to come up within like 5 to 10 years. So, what you're describing is very similar to what I've heard other people planning to do, and I myself will do as well once we get this government funding to have these places for healing centers and for education and that kind of thing. So you have seen the future, my love. The vision that you have is something that many of us, thousands of us, have shared.
Yeah.
It's a shared vision that we all see, and that we'll all open our different centers. Mine will be towards cancer, like 4th stage cancer, and people that are really, really sick and on the edge of life. But then somebody else may have a school, and somebody else may have just a silence meditation thing. So follow through with the process on the disability. I feel like, I don't know if this makes sense. If it's possible, you're not going to get 100%. You could get 100%, but is there a possibility it could be like 80 or 90%? Like it could be like a little lower than what you thought, or I feel like it's what
the benefits of it.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a little less, but I still think I totally think I have a very strong probability you will have that place that you're talking about. But like Caroline keeps saying, it seems to be the theme of this is go with the flow, get through what we're currently going through energetically, keep going with the process that you're doing with your paperwork. And I think it's a whole process you go through to get that, if I'm correct. So keep up with it, because I think it is going to be successful. It just might not be the full, I'm hearing like it's not the full amount, or it's not like at all.
70%.
Okay, yeah. I feel like
What's
there's something,
Jerry?
yeah, something she asked for, she won't get the complete package. It's like there's one or two pieces or a little less of a percentage, but I still see what you want to do happening once we get this funding. And again, I can't give you any sort of quote because this is all like still up in the air, being formed energetically. But there are thousands of people that are planning different centers for healing. And once we get through this process, you guys, there's going to be a lot of healing that we all need to do, because Lord knows I need a drink right about now. So yeah, so hopefully we'll get some healing going on.
Yes.
It's exciting.
What country are you in, Sherry? I didn't even
100%.
Because Sherry, do you see more holistic classes for me? And I'm working on mediumship. Do you see getting? Oh, absolutely. Yes. You're driving. You're the driver. You're in the driver's seat, Sherry. You drive all of this. All right. Yes. More holistic classes coming. Yes, you will be moving into mediumship. I mean, me of all people, I never thought that I would be moving into mediumship, but it's just becoming easier and easier to get the messages, and that's because I do it all the time now. So it's so much easier for me to understand that the messages aren't just in my head. They're coming from someone, that I can't see. I can feel them. I can't see them. I can feel them. So yes, it's going to happen for you. You are in the driver's seat.
She's in Virginia Beach. Oh, it's beautiful there, I've heard.
Huh?
Sherry, what I'm seeing for you is I see you with the animals outside with kids. So you could do whatever you want. Like, the mediumship was never my plan. And Caroline will tell you, like, I was like, no, it's not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for. It's not what I wanted. But sometimes we got to go with what our strong suit is. And I can tell you that I just see this beautiful yellow energy coming off of you, and you're feeding off the children, and the children are feeding off you. It's like you guys are energetically like causing fireworks. Like, it's a really cool situation, and they're learning and growing from you, and you're growing from them. So I hope whatever you do, you include that animal child aspect. Choose wisely.
Yeah, okay. Card number 7. So you have a number of choices happening here. All right. So what they're saying to me through this particular card is, when you choose, one will ripple into the next, into the next, into the next.
Yeah.
So choose whatever you're going to go into first, because it will have this ripple effect, and one will come. But at the moment, it feels like it's a waiting game for you.
Yeah.
It feels like everything is on hold, and it feels like it's being blocked. But so stay with the government job that you've got at the moment, but also keep going with like Sandra has said, with the disability. Get as much as you possibly can from that, because that is going to lead you into the more holistic version of what you want to do with people, and you will move into this. They're just saying to me now, she will move into it. Just don't push it. Go with the flow.
Well, and I also hear that Sherry is going to be one of those people, Caroline, that we talked about, how these children coming through are already ascended, and they're the next leaders, but they need someone to lead them. And so I feel like Sherry's going to be one of those people that are going to help with these kids coming through. And by the way, Sherry, I'm a kook. I believe that a lot of these kids that they're trying to diagnose with ADHD or autism, a lot of them are coming through as ascended, and it's a locked thing. Like it won't unlock their level until we've come up to their level. Like it's a really weird, it's like in a game where you can't get to the next level until you've unlocked this level. And I feel like these kids have literally been shut off somewhat emotionally and mentally to protect them and protect their energy until we can get to an energetic level to meet them. And I think that when we get through all of this darkness, it could be a little bit of time, but when we get through this, these kids are going to start to flourish, and we're going to need people that can bring them through this. It's almost like when the caterpillar turns into the butterfly. What is that called, Caroline? When they go through the like metamorphosis, something like that. Yeah, like when these kids go through this metamorphosis, they're going to need people like you know, showing them the beauty that's all around them in nature and animals, and just kind of unlocking that level for them.
Yeah.
So.
And you're going to respond to the kids, and this is, and you know, it's not being presented to you at the moment, Sherry, because it's not time yet, right? So you have a few earthly things that you need to take care of first, and they're deliberately being put in your way because they need you to just slow down with this. So, as I said before, choose wisely. It is a waiting game. You will have to balance it out for a little while, but when you choose, one will have a ripple effect into the next. All right. And these kids you're going to be, they're just saying to me, you will be in charge of these children because this is the way it's meant to be. People with special needs, children, I tell you what, you guys are so magnificently precious. They are coming to you for a reason. All right. You protect them while they need protecting at the moment. And I've not really thought about it the way Sandra has actually said it. And it's perfect. It's actually perfect. You know, they're being protected while everybody else is making that shift into where they are. Yeah. I hadn't really thought about it like that. And it's a very unique way of looking at it.
Well, Sherry has a cheerleader, Lynn. You got this. We got this. Miracles are here. Thank you. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. Lynn is your cheerleader, Sherry, and I'm your cheerleader, and I think you're going to do great. And no, the kids, Ashton is not crazy. These kids are not crazy. And listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be the first to tell you that I've worked as a therapist with kids that have ADHD that were on medication. And I never once said to the parents, take your kid off medication. What I did is I worked with the doctors, and we worked together through counseling and the doctors to try to figure out what was best for the child. But I will say this, if you guys have kids that are between the ages now, really coming through ascended, started from any time when they're born now through like the age of what would you say, Caroline? 8 or 9?
Yeah.
10 maybe? Yeah. Most of them are going to be like about 10 and younger. Some came through a little older, but most of them are coming through now, are already ascended. And many of them, the doctors and, you know, the teachers are going, no, they need to be on medication. All I'm asking you to do is just do your research and get a second opinion before you agree to put your child on any sort of medication. And the reason I say that is this, that their brains are still forming, and we are changing the development of their brain. And some kids, in fact, need the medication. They need it. But all I'm asking you to do is, if there's just, in America especially, we've got a huge influx of kids that if they're in any way, shape, or form different than the rest of the flock, they want to drug them up, especially in public.
Well, yeah, because they want a factory of people that are doing as they're told.
Yeah. And so I'm in no way discouraging you if your child's already on medication and it's working great for you. I'm just saying that I just had this experience with my goddaughter's little brother who's in kindergarten, and he's literally a genius at math. He's already reading at 5. He knows multiplication and division at 5. And the kid is, I don't even know what happened. Like he's a fluke of nature. Like, how did this kid happen? I've known him. I was there. I was the first person he ever saw when he came out of his mom. Okay. I've seen him grow up, and I don't know where this came from. But you know what? At school, he gets bored, right? They're trying to figure out 1 plus 1, right? And he knows 20 times 5. So he's bored, he's fidgeting, he's making noise, he's giggling, he's talking to his classmate, and they're like, he has ADD, you have to put him on medication. So just really do your research, you guys. I beg of you. And if you need to do it, then I applaud you as a parent for caring enough to do the research and take the time and do what's best for your child.
Yeah. Be very discerning about that.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, somebody said to me that, one of my kids needed it. And I said, no, not happening. Not happening. And it was just a matter of me getting them out and getting them, to do things outside. A lot of people forget that the time there's so much has changed in this world that we don't let the kids out anymore. They come home from school, they've got to start doing their homework. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, keep them inside. Why? And when we want to send them outside, we're so afraid that they're going to get taken by somebody that they don't go outside. This is what kept people busy. This is what kept, and the ADHD that they're talking about now. Any wonder they're getting ADHD, because they're not going out or doing anything. They're not. They need, kids are physical.
Yeah, they need enrichment constantly. And not all forms of education work for every child. Some kids need more time outside than others. Some kids need more physical enrichment than others. Some kids do better with homeschooling.
Yes.
So it's okay to try out different methods to see what works for your child. My son was in Montessori. It was a disaster. My son was a disaster in Montessori because he was like, work on your own at your own pace. And my son was just going and messing up everybody else's project, right? He needed more structure. And once he went into like a more structured environment, he did great. But still, Montessori is great for some kids. So feel free to try different things. Even I used to say homeschooling is bad. Like when I was younger, I used to go, oh, homeschooling is not a good idea. I'm starting to think homeschooling could be a good idea with everything that's going on in the public schools here in America. Homeschooling is looking better and better. So just, try out a few different things and see what works best for your kid.
Yep. Ashton is very connected to the universe and the galactic. So you're on the right track, Sherry. All right, that you just be discerning with everything that's happening around you at the moment. Stick with what you've got. Pay off whatever needs to be paid off. Do as much as as you can with the bills that you've got, and then just make out a tentative spreadsheet on, with the income that you're going to get from the disability pension or whatever you guys call it over there. We call it a disability pension. Whatever you get through that, work out a way that it's going to be okay, so that you won't feel like you don't know where the money's coming from. I just get the feeling that you need to have a little bit more structure around that for yourself, just to know that you're going to be able to put into process what you think you're going to, or what you want to do in order for all of this to happen. And they're telling me, so they're telling me that you I don't know whether this came up before or whether anybody said it, but they're saying to me that you'll get funding for something.
Yeah. It's a collective vision, and those people that are going to run the centers have already seen it. She's already seen it. It's not a dream. It's not a plan. It's a vision, and you've already seen what's going to happen eventually. So just know, keep working towards it. Do your research. I was going to ask Natasha, what is TRS spray and what's fulvic acid, Natasha? I don't know if I missed a comment, but I was just curious because I don't know what either one of those things are. Fulvic acid and TRS spray. She said she's researching it, and I was just curious what that was.
Fulvic acid boosts
I've
your
never heard of either. Is that something for kids that
against will illnesses, improves disease resistance, increase your immune defenses, fights inflammation. That's for fulvic acids. And what was the other one?
TRS, capital T, capital R, capital S spray?
TRS.
If you guys have any like homeopathic things that you know of.
Yeah, TRS. TRS is a detox.
Okay.
Removes toxins from your body at a cellular level.
Okay.
I've never heard of either of those either.
Sonia says without the chemicals.
I've actually got some of that myself, Lynn.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Take too much. That is just really good for warding off things in your body that you don't want there. But you have to be careful how much you take, otherwise your skin will literally turn blue and you can't get it back.
One of the characters in Avatar.
Yes. It's natural minerals help with the illnesses and removes
heavy toxins. Yes. Interesting. I should know about that. Oh, Sonia's drinking volcano ash. Well, that's got to be dangerous, Sonia. Be careful. Sonia? I don't know how much of that you're supposed to be drinking, hon. I drink
volcano. What do you mean you're drinking volcano ash?
Well, I drink Wakea. It's a volcanic filtered water, but it doesn't actually have ash in it. So, yeah, I'm curious to know.
Same here. What's all this stuff? Hydrated bentonite? Sonia, hello. Why haven't I heard of this yet?
Hydrated bentonite. Hydrated bentonite is volcanic ash? So confused.
Bentonite. Never heard of it. This is amazing. I'm learning lots of things here tonight.
I'm going to have to do my research after this live.
Fulvic acid. And what was the other one? What?
Fulvic acid, TRS spray.
Because I'm into all of those homeopathic stuff. I can't remember the last time.
I'm really into it, Caroline, and then I go get Taco Bell. So, all the good stuff I put in my body, and then God only knows what I'm putting in my body when I buy a burrito from Taco Bell, okay?
Sammy says I use bentonite as kitty litter.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm scared right now, okay? Scared.
Oh, it's clay. Clay?
Oh, clay. Okay.
Bentonite.
Sure. Okay. Drink clay. Sounds good. By the way, you guys, I drink collagen water every day, and I don't know if anybody does collagen, but as we get older, we have less and less collagen, and we only absorb so much through drinking it or eating it in food. But taking the supplement, doing the powder, eating food high in collagen, those all help improve our collagen levels as we start to age. And I feel great, especially I don't have like arthritis or anything, but it's supposed to help like with joints and bones as you get older. So if you haven't looked into it, do collagen water.
Does the same thing.
Huh? 2
liters of water a day. Thereabouts.
Yeah. Do you put collagen in it?
Nope.
You should try collagen. No. It's expensive. It's not cheap, and it doesn't taste great. But you just add it to your water every day, and that'll help improve your collagen levels. Your skin looks great, Caroline, but as we get older, our bones and our joints start to ache and feel rickety, and that seems to help a lot with that. So, yeah, it's so expensive though. All these supplements are so darn expensive.
Hydrated bentonite. Okay, hydrated bentonite.
Bentonite. I like the way you say it. Bentonite.
You've got a pretty good accent there too.
I'm going to learn after being around you long enough.
Just say that skin looks great too. Just say that your skin looks good. You can't even see what my skin looks like. Are you talking to Sandra? Because you can't see me. I'm pushed back that far that you can't see what my skin looks like.
Caroline, we've seen you in a million lives. Anybody that's seen you in multiple lives knows what your skin looks like.
I'm doing pretty good for my age then.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I think it runs in the family, my mother's side of the family.
You know, they do say that genetics play a role, but we can do a lot by drinking water, exercising regularly, eating clean, doing collagen, doing moisturizers on the skin, girls. Make sure you
I
moisturize.
never put anything on my face. Ever. Ever.
I can't even with you right now. I can't even with you. Okay.
I never have. I mean,
after I went swimming, my whole body will turn into a prune if I don't put lotion on. My whole body just shrivels up from all the chlorine. I have to like shower and put a whole bunch of lotion on my skin. So yeah. Okay, so getting into our personal hygiene. Do we have anybody else that?
No, we don't. And I was just about to say that I think we've reached our limit. We're at 3.5 hours now. So
are you sure you don't want to go for 12?
No, but if any, what I'm going to say is we have what you can, if it's anybody, there's 15 people sitting in the background here. So I want, can a few more people put some love hearts or love the live and send some love
guys, hit the love hearts. We want to see all the love.
Yeah,
all the love going up the screen.
More love hearts on the live at the top. Love the live for me, or give the thumbs up for the. Yeah, that's one more. Come on, people, show me a few more loves or likes. And if anybody has a particular question that they would like to ask, I'm going to do what Brooke calls run-out readings. They're going to be very, very quick answers. So if you have a question, please ask it and I will run through it. And if Sandra picks up one, she can also pick up one, but they're going to be very quick answers. So if you have a question, please ask it. Mila, for you, I've got card number 19 for you. I don't know why they told me to get that, but it's card number 19 and it talks about pride. And with pride, they're asking you to swallow your pride and improve your current situation and your quality of life. All right. By admitting when you're wrong and choosing to see what the other point of view is, whether it's right or wrong, you need to see somebody else's point of view. So just change that vibration for yourself. So have a think about that. Have a think about the pride situation. Crystal, I would love a cut. No, guys, if you have a question, please ask it. It's not about pulling cards. It's about me doing this intuitively. So, or even Sandra, it's an intuitive message. So please ask the questions. Can't slow my pride down. No way. Yeah, well, you can, Mila. It's being more accepting of who you are as well. All right. Pride sometimes gets in the way of things. So be very careful of that. Will Tyler leave? Will Tyler leave where? Crystal, be a little bit more specific, people, when you ask. Okay, what do I need to know? Oh, very funny, Sonia. Very funny. I'll say very fucking funny, Sonia. Okay, there's a few people still sitting in the background, so if you have a question, please ask. With Tyler, Crystal, even though it's not very clear, what I'm getting is it's going to be a bit of a battle. There feels like there's something in the way. Will he leave? Will they leave? I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just getting this brick wall up in front of me at the moment. Will Tyler leave the house? Our relationship is coming to an. Okay, so I'm just getting that brick wall. It's going to be a lot harder than what you thought it may be. So pay attention to the situation and see what it is, how you can resolve it quicker. Will I get my operation soon? Cheryl, there's a lot of other energies involved in this particular question. Will you get your operation soon? They're showing me the number 8. I don't know whether that means 8 weeks, 8 days, 8 months, or the month of April. So have a think about that. The operation will come. It is coming. They're saying it is coming, but they're giving me the number 8. Well, I go to Brisbane soon. Sonia, you will go to Brisbane. And in fact, you may even drive up there yourself, whether or not you're thinking about driving. you will be going up there soon. For a particular reason, they're saying. I feel connection to the dodecahedron. I'm not quite sure what that means, Ward, but if you can explain that,
It's
that
a
would
cool.
be great.
It's a really cool shape that he's
Okay.
drawn to.
Dodecahedron.
It's a pentagonal prism. It's actually quite beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. I don't know exactly why you're drawn to it, but I will tell you that I did pull a quick card for you, Ward, and your stress levels are sky high and you're going way too fast. And it's telling me to tell you to slow down. You need to slow down. Whatever you're doing, I don't know if it's work or personal things. Oh, you can see things in it. Oh, there's a name for that. What's the name for that, Caroline? When you can look into something and you see pictures, it's called.
Oh my God, I'm doing that myself at the moment.
There's the name
I've
of
been
it.
doing it ever since I was a kid. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, there's a name for that. And you probably, Ward, you probably are gifted. You might want to look into your spiritual gifts because there's a name for that. And it's actually a skill of spirituals where they can see. It's almost like a crystal ball, how somebody looks in a crystal ball, but you don't.
Pareidolia.
How do you spell that? Can you type it out so he can look it up?
Hang on a minute. Just let me have a look.
Yeah. Ward, I would look into that because you probably have that gift and we're being given like more and more gifts daily now. So even if you didn't have it before, it might have just developed on its own.
Same thing.
So yeah. But I am close.
Pareidolia. It's a tendency to see things. No, that's not the word I'm after.
It's the one where what is the
Oh my God, I've been doing this I've done it ever since I was a kid and I didn't even know that it was something that was.
What is it called? It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, come on, Sandra. It's being able to. I can't believe either one of us knows the name of it. But look into it because you may have some sort of spiritual gift that's developing. And I love that. I love that shape. And
that's the only thing I can come up with at the moment. I do know that no, it's not scrying, Kirsty.
No, it's
a really weird name. And
is it psychometry? Is it psychometry? Wait, let me look it up.
No, that's when you hold something and
dang it. No. I can't think of it.
That
one. Good night, honey. Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Well, that's the word I was looking at, but I'm still not sure that it's the right one. But it could possibly be.
Well,
but I've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, Ward, how the fortune tellers would go, let me rub my crystal ball and look into that. That's actually a thing, but people do it into mirrors. They do it into objects. So you're probably looking in that object and starting to see pictures. So I would definitely look into it, investigate it, and find out if possibly that's something you want to grow as a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so also in floors and walls and scenery. Yes, absolutely. And I do that when I'm looking at somebody intently enough. I will see an image beside them. So I didn't even realize that was something that was special or was a gift.
And some people look into the flame of a candle, don't they, Caroline?
Yep.
Watch the flame of a candle or a fire. Yeah. Yep. So there's a name for that, you guys. And hopefully that was it, but I don't know. I don't remember. I'm tired. It's like late here. So
yes, okay. I think we've
5 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh my God.
No. It's fine. No, it's fine. I've been on weird sleep hours. I've been like, ever since this energy has changed, I don't know if anybody else has encountered this. My sleep schedule is so completely screwed. And Justin Love, if you guys know, that's my partner in, over on the answers page. And he literally will go to sleep at like 10 o'clock and wake up at 3 a.m. and just be sitting there wide awake and has to be up for work at like 6. So we're all kind of getting affected with our sleep schedule. So mine is all over the place. I just grab the sleep when I can. I'm not even tired right now, but I'm going to try to go lay down and get some rest. So.
Natasha, we'll make yours the last one. Yes, your spiritual powers are coming in. You don't even know it at the moment, but they already are there. They're just sitting there. They're waiting. And again, they're saying, go with the flow. All right, just go with it because they are there. They are there. You just don't realize that they're there. You will tap into them soon enough.
Okay, and I'm also getting throat chakra again for you, Natasha. This has been a constant theme. I've seen this thing 4 times tonight. So here's what I'm going to say. I stay in touch with my positive thoughts and truth by avoiding substance abuse. My will is strong and my mind is clear. And I feel like this has been a constant theme, you guys. I got so many people tonight that are trying to compensate for what's going on right now energetically by maybe, I don't know, in my case, I was drinking every night. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not usually a drinker. And I was drinking every single night for a couple of weeks and I started to feel rotten. And then I realized this is actually not helping me at all. I even feel worse than I did before. So make sure you don't seek out, things that might not help you through this and try to just do a lot of self-care and, and just take care of your throat. I don't know. The throat thing.
Don't work hard, Natasha. Please don't work hard. That's not how this is supposed to work. You don't work hard, all right? Enjoy your gift because when it comes, you're enjoying it. I don't want you to consider it like it's hard work.
Yeah. And Lynn brought up something really important, you guys. I just want to emphasize what Lynn said. Body is changing for sure. I don't know if Lynn was referring to something else, but I will tell you something. Your DNA molecules are literally changing as we speak. Your DNA is literally evolving to handle this transition we're going through. So if you feel weird physically, it's because literally everything in you is being like changed for the better. So don't worry if you start to, somebody was saying about their vision is they're getting headaches and vision. I've been hearing that a lot. People are having issues with their vision because they're starting to see other realms. And it's like kind of messing with our eyes, right? Because we're like used to seeing in 3D and now we're seeing in 5D and all this other crazy stuff. So just know that that's all literally your DNA is being reconstructed right now. You don't have to do anything but just hang on for the ride. Here we go.
Hey! Woo! Okay, guys. I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you so much for all of your donations and for being a part of this live. I need one more to get to 24 likes on the live and then we'll hit the end button. So please, somebody put in a love or a like on the top of the live so that we can say goodnight to people.
What if I do it? Does it count if I do it?
You can do it, yeah. Just hop into the bio or the description and hit the like button.
Did it work?
Not yet, no.
I show 25 likes, actually.
I've got 24 up here on my screen.
I'm looking at it on Facebook. It says 25.
Does it say 25? It
says 25.
Doesn't say 25.
37 shares and 25 likes. Not too shabby, you guys.
On mine it says 24. Hang on a minute. That's not possible. Yours can't say 25.
Oh, it says it. 24. Oh, do you want me to show you on the screen?
That's not possible.
Okay. I'm going to show you on the screen. It's not. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but let's see. Wait, there you are. And let me just even it out.
Oh, it does too. It does too.
Ta-da!
25, it is possible. Why does it say 24 on my...
Thank you for letting me go to sleep, you guys. Thank you. Okay. Caroline, you're so awesome. I salute you. I'm not worthy of you. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Love and light to everybody.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night, people.